is the Glass Cannon Network.
Hello, witnesses! Let's fire up the Animus device and wake your ancestors. It's time for another session of CMON Games Assassin's Creed Tabletop RPG. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. If you joined us last week, you witnessed what must surely have been the greatest dramatic performance by assassins since John Wilkes Booth played Mark Antony at the Winter Garden in 1965. This week, we are continuing with the story with our group of the Brotherhood of Secrets. Is that what it's called? Brotherhood of Secrets?
The Brotherhood.
The Brotherhood.
It's the Brotherhood of.
Oh, no, wait. No, that's the bad guys. The hidden... Anyway. We're the players of this game. Sydney Amanuel, Joe O'Brien, Troy Lavallee, Abubakar, Salim. Hello. Welcome back.
Hello.
Yeah!
So...
That's the live studio audience.
Oh,
Yes!
hey. Please hold your applause until the end of this 3-hour show. So I sent you all a little heads up. I don't usually do this, but I wanted you guys to give this some thought. One of the things that's really appealing to me about this game is the opportunity to treat history like a playground. That's one of the things that I've always loved is movies, books, TV shows based on historical events. So I was going to ask each of you what your favorite historical work of fiction is, be it movie, TV, book, whatever. Let's switch up a little bit. Let's start with Abu. You have one.
Oh man, my favorite historical movie or work. Okay, I think when you asked me that question first time around, my head went straight to Troy.
All right, Troy,
really
what is your favorite work of historical fiction?
Thank you for kicking it to me.
Yeah, that is that is a cool movie. I like that.
Yeah,
movie.
I think it was at the time as a kid, right? And you're seeing the whole like running and then he jumps and rapid stabs in the the neck. That's like so dope in my eyes. So like I just remember as a kid being like, I wouldn't do that and never being able to do that. So yeah, that's me.
Awesome. Okay, good choice.
I never saw Troy. Is it
It's right here. It's right there. No.
There he is.
Is camera working?
It came out in 2004.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, something like that.
Wow, yeah. And I'll probably look back at it and be like, that was a terrible fucking movie. But like at the same time, I'm like, I think at the time as a kid, I was like, this is like epic and beautiful and amazing.
I gotta rewatch this because I remember I was like, is Brad Pitt in that? And he is, but so is Orlando Bloom. And I didn't remember that. So
yeah, I think he was terrible in it, but that's just
no.
He was so inexperienced. It was basically like his second big gig after Lord of the Rings, I believe. So yeah. But I always loved the Odyssey and I loved the Iliad and everything. So yeah, that was definitely appealing. All right, what about Sydney? Sydney, do you have an answer to this important question?
Yeah, I kind of went similar to Abu. I really love ancient Greek history and mythology, and I love like folklore and legend stuff. So I tend to lean towards that. And I loved the book Circe by Madeline Miller. She also wrote Song of Achilles. So big into the Greek stuff. But
I think that was Led Zeppelin. But
I always get those two confused. They're so similar. But then, I mean, like historical, who really knows, like Circe, if this woman ever existed, but it's a really cool novelization of like what it would be like to be this sort of outcast witch of the time period and like these demigods who don't really have a lot of power, but they still have so much more power than mortals. And it's like they don't belong anywhere. They don't fit in anywhere. And it's beautiful. They dip into like all these different characters. Like she has this relationship with Hermes who like just kind of comes and he's very fleeting. He like comes when he wants, leaves when he wants. They have like this romance, but it's written in such a way where it feels so down to earth. which is unusual for mythology. So I was a big fan of that.
Is he the Hermes, the like god of speed,
wing
or
guy?
The winged speed? Yeah,
He's
yeah.
the wing guy.
Messenger of the gods.
Yeah.
Messenger of the gods. That's right. That's right. I remember him from. What was the video game that was just awesome?
Hades.
God damn it. Hades, yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Hades. It was so good. And Hermes was awesome. He was like, hey, buddy. Like he talked really fast. And like, it was good.
Awesome. Well, Joe, you seem so invested here. What is your answer?
Oh, man. It was hard to narrow it down.
Joe, how often do you think about the Roman Empire?
I'm going to definitely have to give two answers, I think, because I would say my favorite single work of historical fiction, I'd say, is probably Shogun. I love Shogun. And that it was mind-blowing to me to be opened to that entire world of that era of Japanese history. I just thought I knew and I didn't. And so that was a really good window into, and then to find out that a lot of those people were real and that a lot of that, at least social situation was real, was interesting. And then of course, inject a fictional character and it's a fun kind of fiction to enjoy. But so I love that one. And then I also love the series of books, the Sharp series, the Richard Sharp books.
Oh, yeah.
I've always loved those. And that's kind of like British military fiction, kind of 1800s. And he's a completely fake character, but he runs into, Napoleon and the other guy who was the leader of the British armies. I can't remember. But
Wellington.
Wellington. That's
Wellington.
Duke of Wellington. And they, and he's always he's like the James Bond of British privates in the war.
Yeah.
So he's super suave, super cool, always gets the girl. It's just fun, easy beach read kind of fiction. So I always enjoy that setting.
The show was good too. I guess they're movies. It's like a series of movies, and it was Sean Bean's.
Sean Bean
the first thing I ever
played-
saw Sean Bean in. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's very good. What about Troy? And you can't pick Troy.
Sadly, I've only read one piece of historical fiction, and it was Shogun, and I really liked it. I hate historical fiction, and I hate history. So my second answer is In the Line of Fire.
Line of Fire.
That was based on a true story, right?
I think so. You're right.
That's amazing.
Great. It's a great movie.
So we were just last weekend in St. Louis, and Skid and I were there for the first time ever, right? You'd never been to St. Louis, right?
No, I was there once in 2005, I think.
Oh, okay.
For Mardi Gras.
It was my first time there, and Skid wanted to go to Ulysses S. Grant's house and do this tour. And I was like, I'll go with you. And so I meet up with Troy after. He's like, how was Grant's house? Oh, it was great. It was really interesting. We were talking about all the stuff that was going on at that time and the ways that the museum went into it. And I finished, and Troy's just like, I hate history. It's stupid, it's boring, and it doesn't make any sense to me. What's the score in the Tennessee game? Are they going to cover? It's just he's got no interest. He's got no interest.
But that's why you read historical fiction. It makes it fun. He's asleep. He fell asleep. What'd you get in history, in high school or in college?
Straight A's and everything.
Shut up.
He doesn't mess around.
I don't mess around. I didn't have to like it. I do a lot of things I don't like. But In the Line of Fire is a great movie.
That is a good
I just want to reiterate that.
Yeah. Let's not gloss over that. In the Line of Fire is a fantastic movie.
Might be John Malkovich's best role.
Yeah, no one's arguing that it's not a good movie. I'm wondering if it qualifies given the parameters of the question.
I feel like there's probably been an ex-CIA agent who tried to assassinate the president.
We just didn't hear about it until the movie came out.
Until the movie
all right.
came out. Now, yeah, I think it's true based on.
It was an expose.
It was an expose, right? They should look into it.
It's like All the President's Men. Okay, all right, fine. I will accept the answer. For myself, I also love Shogun. A huge fan of Shogun. I also love two movies that I really love that historical fiction heavily emphasized are Mississippi Burning and JFK.
Yeah.
They're two movies that cover historical events, but play very fast and loose with the facts. But even still, they're just really well-made movies. I like those. But I think my favorite overall would have to be I, Claudius. Just really, if anyone hasn't seen it, it is just still for me like the apex of performance, art, and just sort of interpretation of history. It's really great. And it is fun too. I mentioned too, like we love Rome, the series Rome, which is another huge favorite of mine. And it actually, I, Claudius historically picks up almost exactly where Rome leaves off, or pretty close. So it's you can watch them all in concert. And
I read most of the book. I don't think I finished it. It was a very, very good book, and I didn't know it was, what is it, a movie or a TV show?
No, it was a miniseries that was done on the BBC in I think 1976 or so.
Okay.
And the production values are not good at all. It's shot like a Mexican soap opera, as you could probably expect. But the like everyone is so good in this thing. The plotting, the dialogue, like everything else is top notch, and it's Derek Jacobi is just incredible.
And it's got to be pretty close in time to the Shogun miniseries, right? I mean, was that late 70s, early 80s? Was it in the 80s?
I think I think the Shogun miniseries came out in 1980.
Okay.
So it predated it by about 4 or 5 years, I think. But
I got to check that out.
Close.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, highly recommend. I actually watched it with Nick Lowe. It's very fun.
Nice.
Let's make our own historical fiction here. Let's dive back into the Animus Machine. Last we left you, your ancestors, your current day characters, had just rebooted into the Animus device and sent back again by Ziggy to an unknown era. He said he wasn't sure like where he was going. The data was a little muddled. But you wake up and you see the sun glinting off this golden capped pyramids in the distance.
Amazing. I saw the pyramid behind you. The artwork is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And like you have these green screens, and occasionally we have to be like, Skid, shut that off before we start recording. Copyright infringement. And that looks like one that would definitely get flagged, except we're playing Assassins. We're official.
That's right. Yes, I'm not playing Inglourious Basterds this week for like 10 minutes too long.
Sometimes I get so distracted. It's like movies I haven't seen, so I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. I'm like, I wish there were subtitles. I want to
watch the movie behind Skid while he's trying to GM a game.
Could you scoot over?
Skid, quiet down a little bit and move to the left.
Whatever, stop talking.
The reason I do that is because I want to be like a DJ, but for movies. I want to like make people watch like stuff that I want them to see, and just like, yeah, that's awesome.
But they pay attention to you GMing. Like the movie's just to get their attention.
It works at cross purposes to me actually telling a story of my own.
I would love you setting up a DJ booth at a rave and you GM
just playing movies
for it. And you also play movies and you don't play music.
So we are going to introduce ourselves to your new ancestors. So we'll do Abu last. Because we can, I guess.
For no reason at all.
So does anyone have their character ready? We also have some pre-generated characters that we were generously provided with by CMON Games. Oh, and before we start, Joe wants to announce a giveaway. Is that right, Joe?
Yes, I absolutely do. Speaking of CMON and this awesome game, I wanted to say how excited we are to do a giveaway. So CMON and our friends at Ubisoft watched the first part of this Friends of the Pod, and they were really happy with it, so I'm very excited to hear that, and they want to give some stuff away to you guys for watching tonight, so thank you for watching and hanging out with us. So we're going to be able to give away two things. Well, I mean, it's multiple things, but we'll have two winners tonight. The first is going to be CMON is going to give away a legendary Assassin bundle pre-order tonight to somebody who's viewing live in stream. So that's amazing. It's going to be, if you go to their website and you can see where the pre-order options are for the game. This is the highest level of pre-order that you can get. It comes with all 3 hardcover books. It comes with early access to the PDFs of the books and the cards. It comes with all the cards, all the dice, like all the other accessories that you get. And and it also comes with 13 miniatures of like the iconic assassins from Assassin's Creed. And it has what they call the Animus box, which I believe is just a really cool box to hold everything, like all the different accessories of the game. So that we are going to give away tonight. Additionally, we're going to give away the 13 miniatures that we have right now. So we have prototypes of all 13 miniatures, and we're going to give that away to one person because they're like boxed very carefully. They are resin prototypes. And so they're like really sort of sensitive, but we figured why not give it to one of you guys? If you're into miniatures, you can join the contest. So go ahead and look in chat. There's going to be a link in chat. McDeal drop that, click on that, and that'll take you where you need to go to enter the contest. The pre-order for all the hardcover in the game and everything like that, that would be shipped next year. This is just a pre-order, and that can be anywhere in the world. The miniatures that we have, the 13 that we're going to send out, like right away, but you do have to be domestic US for that one. So domestic US to get the physical miniatures, and then anybody can win that pre-order. We'll announce the winner later in this episode in chat, so keep an eye on chat. We'll announce a winner there. So
awesome.
Thanks for watching, guys. We really appreciate you hanging out with us.
And this stuff is really cool. Just the stuff I've seen, the production quality is like incredibly high. The art is amazing.
Yeah. I should point that out just for a hot second. Like the game has really good quality accessories. Like these there's cards for every skill. And they're like really nice. The cards are just really nice, really nicely printed. And you can sort of, because we've learned, and we were talking about this pre-show, as you link more with your descendant/assassin, as you know, the bleed effect and the sync with the witness, all these things, as that moves, you actually gain and lose skills frequently, even in scenes. And so to have cards that you can just pull or give back to remember what you have is really cool. And then the character sheets are really awesome as well. Here's an example of a pre-gen that it comes with. Neat. And this is like, it's not paper, but it's not plastic. It's something in between. It's like you can write on it and erase on it. It's really, really cool stuff. So anyway, lots of things to come in that pre-order. So join the giveaway, and hopefully you'll win tonight.
Okay, awesome. And thank you again, CMON Games, Guillotine Press, and Ubisoft. And our producer CJ pointed out to me correctly that I thanked everyone in Italy last time, and that includes a few unsavory characters. So I want to retract my gratitude towards Caligula. So just want to make that clear. So does anyone have besides Abu, does anyone have a character ready now that they're ready to introduce to the world? Sydney, who's your character?
I picked a pre-gen.
Okay.
Because I thought it would be fun. But I picked, the names in Assassin's Creed are difficult to pronounce sometimes. Mm-hmm. And I used to do YouTube videos for this channel on video games, and I did a ton of Assassin's Creed videos for like timelines and stuff. I can't tell you how many comments fucking got my ass for not pronouncing stuff correctly. And I know the games. I'm like, I'm not stupid. I'm wrong.
I'm stupid. I'm just wrong.
Stupid. I'm just wrong.
And I can admit
a lot.
But I'm choosing Phoxidas, which might be Phoxidas. He's the Greek Phoxidas.
Phoxidas.
Thank you. So the X is
Phoxidas.
The X is like an X. Okay, Phoxidas. He's a Greek mercenary and an admiral. He's from the game. He's from, I think, Origins, right? Yeah. But he just seems great. His quote is, the gods have such a sense of humor. And I'm like, I love it. We were just talking about Greek stuff. I'm like, this is my guy.
Awesome.
So yeah, he's really good with wits. He's very smart. I think he's like a really strategic thinking admiral.
Awesome. Cool. So his signature gear is dagger, bow, and arrows.
Yep.
Traits are stoic and veteran.
Which I will find a way to use those.
For sure. That's the way we play it. You absolutely will. His hindrance is he's unapologetic.
He's Greek. He's a strong, proud Greek man.
Yes, I've never been
me.
apologized to by a Greek person.
There's no word in the Greek language.
There's no word in ancient Greek for I'm sorry. All right. Does anyone else have a character that they'd like to introduce?
Sorry, that just reminds me. Speaking of stoic and unapologetic, this one time, the neighborhood that we all met in Astoria is Greek, and it's known for its Greekness and great Greek restaurants. I went to this very, very Greek restaurant one time with my buddy, and I am not an adventurous eater. I'm an extremely boring eater. I was raised Irish and Catholic, so I don't eat anything with flavor. And so he took me to this restaurant, and he made me order this whole fish. And I was just like, to the server, I remember being like, could I get it without this or that, like something that was on it? And I've just, to this day, never before or since, have seen a waitress just look at me and she just went, no. And just like stared at me and then looked at my buddy, and it was Rocco, and he's like, I'm sorry about my friend. Like, just bring it the way that it's made. And then she walked away, and he was like, what is wrong with you? And like, she was ice cold the whole meal. I was just like, get it. She didn't even want me in the restaurant for just asking for it to be prepared differently, which I respect.
Wow.
I respect.
It's I was just in Greece. It is 1,000% true. It rocks. You're like, can I have? And they're like, no.
It's awesome.
And then they just wait until you order something else or you leave. I'm like, this is great. This is my kind of people.
So I have a character too. I made one just because I was so excited.
Oh, okay.
When you said that it was going to be Ptolemaic Egypt, and I was like, I could make somebody that knows Bayek. That would be amazing.
Sure.
So I made a Macedonian, so another Greek.
Cool. Okay.
I made
The Greeks
Chios.
would not like you saying that. They're not like you saying.
No. Well, at that time.
Macedon is Greek. The country of Macedon
is now
they call
not.
Macedon. They say Greek people don't generally like. Right.
But Joe, you're right. At the time,
it's Greek culture. At that time, it's Greek
Hellenistic culture.
Yeah. So his name is Chios, and he is a Macedonian merchant, and is, however, he comes to this career through after being already captured and forced to be a gladiator for several years. And so he made his own way through his likability and charm, basically. And obviously, he survived through strength of arms. So I chose the 1-3-3-1 build. So he's got a 1 in action and a 1 in social. And then 3s in stealth and wits. He's a really big guy, not the sharpest tool, not the quietest, but he can fight, and he's got a really high social. So, so his traits are gregarious and pugilist.
Awesome.
And he's a gregarious pugilist, and his hindrance is he's got an old battle wound in his leg.
Oh, love it.
Which could cause problems. And his quote is, "Nothing is free except the gift of death."
Whoa. Wait, but he's a merchant now.
Now he's a merchant, yeah. Okay. So he's like aged now. He's like in his 40s probably, and he's a little bit slower than he used to be, but you know, he made it a long way on his own and got to this position where he could be a merchant. But I actually put in the description that he is in, because they put these in all the descriptions of the pre-gens, that they're in the Brotherhood, etc. So I have him in the description as a Macedonian merchant and ally of Aya of Alexandria. So she recruited him during her time in Rome as somebody who hated the Roman leadership because of his gladiatorial days, etc. And so that's how he comes into the story.
Okay. And I might have a relationship with someone else here, so that's really cool. Yep. What languages does Chios speak?
I did Koine Greek, Egyptian, and then I wrote bits of Latin. Because I figure you'd have to pick up bits, but he has a 3 wits, so I don't think he necessarily learned all of Latin.
Okay. Enough to get by.
Yeah.
Where's the discotheque? Okay. What about Troy? Do you have a character?
I do. I made one as well. His name is Horus, a.k.a. the Red Scarab.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
He is a repurposed serial killer.
Okay.
What?
He was a serial killer, and the Brotherhood found him and retrained him. His quote is, "I'll kill you!
So something tells me you're going to use that in combat.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Skid was just explaining the benefits of using a quote to like be truthful as a character, and I think Troy took this too far.
He's cheating. He's cheating like he did on all of his history homework.
His
That's
weapons,
cheating.
his gear, he's got a Kopesh and poison. He uses a poisoned Kopesh as his weapon of choice.
Awesome.
His traits are he's wiry and precise. His hindrance is he's impulsive, which may get him into a little bit of trouble. In terms of approach, I went 3-2-2-1 and did 1 stealth, 3 social, 2 wits, and 2 action.
Okay.
So yeah, he's all about stealth, except when he yells right before taking out his prey. That's his catchphrase.
Card. He uttered his signature catchphrase.
And he speaks Egyptian poorly.
That's all he speaks.
That's all he
is
speaks.
Bad Egyptian.
Bad Egyptian.
Okay.
Restaurant Egyptian.
Oh my god.
Okay. All right. This should go very well.
He only has a restaurant level knowledge of his
His own language.
His native tongue.
Was he raised in a restaurant?
He's raised in a restaurant, yeah. And no one ever spoke to him.
I learned from reading the menu.
Okay.
Okay. Well, last but certainly not least, Abu, do you have a character you like to play
in this setting?
No, yes, which is kind of surreal saying and coming out of my mouth after 6 years or more. I'm playing Bayek of Siwa.
Oh my God, man.
Who is the last Magi of Egypt and founder of the Hidden Ones.
I'm like fangirling.
I know. This is so cool.
It's so surreal. Even I was thinking about this even last week. I was like, shit, I'm playing Bayek. I'm doing it again. Anyway.
Yeah.
Did you have to get back into Bayek's sandals?
Yeah, I know. It's kind of surreal.
He's doing sandals.
Oh, man.
I can't help but think about all the enormous, not only Assassin's Creed fans, but Assassin's Creed Origins fans, because it was such an amazing
such a
installment in the genre that would murder me to be in my seat right now. This is amazing. You just get to play a role-playing game with Abu as Bayek.
It's kind of, it's crazy. But yeah, cool. But look, okay, so my stats are this, right? I've got 1 in action, 2 in stealth, 2 in wits, and 3 in social. And that makes total sense, right? Bayek is not much of a talker. He gets in, he kills, he gets out. Very much kind of like a Magi, which was back in the day. Then it was almost like the police force essentially that worked.
Yeah, they were like the Texas Rangers of
the Rangers essentially. My signature gear is bow and arrows, and Senu, who is my eagle. Yes! I have a Kopesh, shield, Chemu's token, and hidden blade, which is great. Traits of this: I am obviously the Magi and relentless. But my hindrance is vengeance, which is brilliant. Languages are Egyptian and Koine Greek. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Koine or Koine.
Koine.
Yeah. Okay.
Koine.
And my quote, which I freaking love, is sleep. I never sleep. I just wait in the shadows. And obviously it keeps going on.
He did it. He did the voice and everything.
Did you hear it?
Did you guys hear that?
You know what's so crazy, right? When we filmed that scene, the opening scene was supposed to be really kind of cool and sort of whatever. But the writer, Elaine, and Felix, who was the director, we kind of just got together and we were like, should we just make it really freaking brutal, crazy? And I was like, yeah, do you want me to just go crazy? He's like, yeah, just go crazy, not too crazy because it's Assassin's Creed Ubisoft, but go crazy. I just went in. And now that scene is like literally everyone quotes it at me, and I'm like, yeah, I should go crazy more, man.
I guess people like that.
People like crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So that was that's a great quote. Thanks.
Did you?
Thanks.
I'm curious, like as a voice actor too. Did you re-listen to be like, where was I at when I did that voice, or did you just slide back in?
No, man, I just went. I just sort of just slid back in. I just sort of
So cool.
So I did this job for like 3 years, right? So
Yeah.
like
I
it's been like
yeah.
it's been ingrained in me, and it's
Totally.
this is really surreal.
Did you play the game too? What was that like?
I freaking mastered it. I platinumed it. I was playtesting it. I remember the day that I was like at Ubisoft playtesting the game, and for the first time hearing my voice as I was riding a horse. The most weirdest, surreal things. When you're hearing yourself go, yeah, you're like, the fuck is happening? Like, yeah, man. It was great. It was
That's
like
awesome.
So
Well, Troy can
cool.
speak to that too. He was in Red Dead Redemption.
Yep.
Yes, at the same size part.
Equally.
I played the lead in Red Dead Redemption.
Man
Troy-
standing by dock in Thieves Landing.
Yes.
That was, as you
Troy's-
recall, the
You could play
protagonist.
Five Finger Fillet with me at Thieves Landing or where the hell it was called. Or you could do what I did, and just like hog tie myself and bring myself out to the woods and torture myself. Because they had me do like 20 takes of me screaming. So I was like, let's put it to the test. Did they use all of them? I like shoot myself in the leg. Oh, God! Why?
That was
So
so
good.
funny.
Awesome.
I was hanging out with our friend Patrick McGrath one night, and we found Troy's character and did the same thing. It was really
Oh my god.
So no one. So you, Joe, you're the only character who speaks a little bit of Latin. Is that right?
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
shocked.
I don't know that that's
my-
right, but that's I put down that I spoke a little bit of Latin.
I'm
I mean, it's up
shocked
to
that
you.
my character doesn't speak Latin.
Yeah,
He has a
Fox
1 in
should.
wits.
yeah.
You
I
could.
think.
You could speak Latin.
Okay, I would like to speak Latin, please.
That's great. I'd love that for you. Okay, so I am a little nervous because I wrote this myself. So I hope it goes all right. And I hope I can find it. Okay. So you all are standing on board a ship plying the Nile. You are headed downstream in the direction of the Mediterranean. You know, as you sink into your characters' bodies and minds, that you are heading towards the ancient, well, at this point, not that ancient city of Alexandria.
Yeah, we just
Why-
call it the normal this time city.
Yeah, you call it
The now.
newish city of Alexandria.
Newish
It's like
city.
it's like the ancient city of Denver. So you know that Bayek has gathered you together for a very important mission. While you had previously sort of thrown your lot in with Queen Cleopatra, warned her that she should toe the line as a monarch here, or she might run afoul of the Hidden Ones organization, the Proto-Assassins, Brotherhood of Assassins. Her recent actions have led you to believe that she is more of a danger than you would originally thought. So you are on your way to Greece, to near the city of Actium. You have to find passage there somehow from Alexandria. You have to know that you have to track down one of Antony's right-hand men, General Quintus Dellius, and convince him to defect to Octavian's army.
Ooh.
And then you have to kill Cleopatra's most trusted bodyguard, Menkahor, to frighten her enough that she will abandon the fight when it comes.
Oh boy, this seems hard.
Tall order.
Like
Okay,
it.
so we're on the ship. Sorry, just to go through order. So we're on the ship. We need to find, what's his face, the main dude we're looking for?
First you have to get to Greece.
Right.
So you're going to be let off in Alexandria, then you have to find your way to Greece. Then you have to find this general, and you have to convince him to defect.
What's his name, though? General
Quintus Dellius.
Quintus Dellius. Okay.
Yeah. And then you have to kill Cleopatra's bodyguard.
Okay.
Make her feel vulnerable enough that she abandons the fight.
Okay. All right.
So, do you guys have any questions at this point?
We're supposed to make our own way to Greece.
Yeah.
Are we also like low profile enough that like we don't need disguises and stuff like that? Like people don't necessarily know who we are, right? On a large scale.
Some of it, like a lot of people would, like Egyptians, like would probably know who Bayek is at this point. But the rest of you would not be like recognized on the street or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Finding our way to Greece is
It's going to be difficult because this is in the midst of the Roman Civil War, and travel is restricted.
okay.
And this is an active battle zone that you're going to be trying to get in, so you have to figure out a way to get there.
Okay, well, I think we're on the ship, and Foxidas says, well, and I'm going to do a British accent like every good historical fiction piece does. I'm a Greek man with a British accent in ancient times.
That's right.
All right. I believe I might be able to secure us passage with my connections within the Grecian army. I'm doing Australian now. We'll figure, we'll figure it out as we go. Continue talking. Bayek, what say ye? You.
What say ye?
What say ye?
I got nervous. I'm talking to Bayek. I got nervous.
You had your one chance to kick it to him smoothly, and you blew it.
What say ye?
What say ye?
Can I get another take? I'm in the booth. Can I do it again?
Take two.
Bayek, we're old friends. What say you? Thoughts?
That's why I brought you up on this mission. That's why you are here. Leos, you're good with talking. You know who to talk to. So, both you and Foxidas will be doing a lot of talking. You, however, Scarab, stay close with me. We still got a lot to teach you.
More
Where
ice.
did you find this guy?
More ice. We need more ice at the bottom. He's frustrated. He can't say what he wants to say.
Oh my god.
He can only speak in restaurants
The
terminology.
thing about this man is he's good at killing. Just not very good at talking. So you two, that is your job, your mission. Now, I'm sure you can convince them. As you say, you have your contacts, you know where we need to go.
Of course, and we can always fall back on Kiev's. The merchant ships, they never stop. War will never stop the merchants. Fear not.
Okay. So around sunset, the pyramids fade in the distance, and you see the city of Alexandria before you. The city, you're disembarked from the barge, and you are in the city. So some of you probably know Alexandria pretty well. What plans do you make? How are you going to do this?
So I'm gonna probably hang out with like I'm gonna call upon Siri.
Yes, I think she would be helpful.
No, I'm actually gonna use Senu to do some scouting as well.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do the good old "Be My Eyes, Senu," and send Senu across to sort of do some scouting with my eagle sense. Can I use that? Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Senses point. Yeah, senses
What is
points
the description? What is the description
So
of the...
eagle sense heightens your senses to the point where you can detect the heartbeat of your target in an area, or even... Oh no, wait. Actually, instead of that, Eagle Vision. Eagle Vision is an extrasensory perception or sixth sense and one of your Isu gene's gifts. You can easily spot allies, enemies, objectives, sources of information, and targets within a short range. Oh, it's within a short range. So actually, I can't use any of my skills yet. I'm just going to use Senu.
Okay.
To scout, yeah.
Great. Okay, so you launch Senu like up into the air, wings flapping, and Senu gets a good look at the surrounding town. It's certainly not large by today's standards. You can see the lighthouse of Pharos off in the distance. They're just lighting the mirrors now, and though you see that there are Greek and Egyptian troops and lots of Antony's Roman troops walking the streets. And you can see that there are ships, supply ships, that are being loaded right now in the harbor. And that you think that there's a good chance that they'll be heading up towards the bulk of Antony's army.
Would we be able to look and see like what sort of group of people would have the most sort of free reign to be able to go anywhere they wish without being questioned? Would it be the Roman soldiers? Would it be the Greek soldiers? Who here would be the safest bet?
Right now, the Roman soldiers are sort of an occupying force. So they're allied with Cleopatra's forces, but they're definitely like higher up on the totem pole right now. So they would probably be the ones with the most sort of freedom of movement at the moment.
Yeah, because I'm wondering like if I could take one of them out and dress as a Roman soldier just to be able to get closer intel. I have this ability, hide in plain sight.
Oh, okay.
So I was thinking of like stealthing a little bit closer and, so no one notices me, and then maybe taking one out.
Okay.
But I want to see what everybody else wants.
All right, Senu. I will say that Senu spots a Roman centurion who apparently has been off duty for a while now, and he is standing outside a local beer house and is throwing up, like outside this place.
Perfect.
Are you gonna go over?
He's only going to be throwing up for so long.
I think I would want to slide over there and come this way down this dark alley to throw up.
Okay.
Kill you! And then, here's what I'd like to do is like, rather than, I don't want to get blood all over the uniform, okay? So I want to like coat my hands with poison and like bring him somewhere and like shove my hands in his mouth to try and like poison him that way, and then drag him out and change clothes.
Okay. So what do you think this would be, a stealth check? Or
at least to get up
social?
there. I think it probably starts with stealth and hopefully never gets social. But
okay.
Yeah, let's maybe hide in plain sight first, unless you think I could get there with ease without being seen.
Okay, I will say we could do the whole thing with like one check.
Okay.
It'll be a stealth with a raise, so it'll cost you one more success than you need for your ability score.
Okay, this is great. So I've both of my skills here are kind of relevant. Hide in plain sight. Whenever I make a stealth check, you can consider up to one social result as an additional match.
Oh, great.
And then my other skill is assassination. Whenever you make a stealth check in a situation where you called upon your assassination abilities, which is what I'm trying to do here, you can consider up to 2 wits results as one additional match each.
Wow.
So I'm leaning towards, can I only use one, or can I probably?
You can use anything that applies, I think.
All right, then I think I would use both of these, and it kind of encapsulates everything that I'm trying to do.
Okay.
It's all right. Oh, man of the claw.
Okay. All right. Let's get a roll.
Let me help you throw up there.
You're really going to get back there. Okay. All right, so I'm rolling stealth. Oh, God.
And if I didn't point it out, you're all at sync level 3 right now, so you have 3 extra dice to spend, which is something I got wrong last time. You get a new extra die at every level of sync, not every other level of sync. And then you unlock skills at the first level of sync, third level of sync, and fifth level of sync.
And let me just jump in to just reiterate it for myself, but also like explain to people how this game is playing. It's not like you level up over time kind of thing. I mean, you can, but like these levels can go
your
up
descendants
and down.
Do. Yeah. Your descendants do.
But this connection can go up and down as events, occur, and there's 0, and then the max is 6, and each one represents a step in a percentage. So 25%, 40, 55, 70, 85, 100.
Yeah, the closer you align with your historical. Yeah.
All right, so if my stealth is 1 and you've raised me, I need to get at least 2 successes. Do I have to pre-decide how many extra dice I roll?
No, you can invest extra dice after you see the results.
All right, I think I should be able to hit this, especially using both.
I mean, almost
skills.
everything gives you a success.
Yeah. Are you going to use traits or gear?
No, wiry and precise doesn't seem right. The gear I'm using is poison. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that you can treat one creed result as a success as well.
As a match.
Okay, well that's amazing because I got 2 stealth and 2 creed. So that would be 3 successes. I did get 1 abstergo die.
Okay, that doesn't matter. The only and this is something else that they pointed out. Abstergo dice don't matter unless the ability that you're using is snagged. So if you failed with a check on it, it gets snagged. If it is snagged and you get an abstergo result, then it is a setback, even if you succeed.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so I mean, I crushed this check with 3 successes, essentially.
Okay, and then actually that would be a free raise ordinarily. Oh, no, actually, yeah. If I wasn't requiring a raise to be 2, because ordinarily it'd be 1 for you, you would have gotten a free raise because it would be 2 over the number you needed, but it was only 1 over. So it's just like you take the centurion off into an alleyway, shove your fist in his mouth, and he dies on the poison, and his uniform, his armor is miraculously vomit and blood free.
Perfect. He dons it hastily.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Skid, I don't want to mess up our whole thing we're doing, but I do just need to point out because I think it's so funny and perfect. I picked this character just because I thought they were cool. They do have in their gear a tree rim ship, which is like a huge Grecian warship. I literally was going through. I'm like, what gear could I use? Like my robes, my admiral robes. It literally says I have a ship.
Okay.
But I mean, maybe I don't have it on me, and maybe it's at the docks. But I can.
No, I mean you could use it.
Well, I think it's probably at the docks.
Hold on, no, it's in my pocket.
It's a dry. Yeah, it's in the shop. No, I think you could use it, but you would then have to deal with
like blockades and stuff.
Yeah, which you'd have to deal with then. But then either way, like you're gonna have to.
Yeah. Well, let me say to the group. Of course, I do have my own ship, which I've known about this entire time. I was waiting for an opportune moment to point it out in the harbor. It's right there. It's awesome. But the blockades are going to be a much bigger problem for us. It might be advantageous for us to use a merchant ship and go undercover. Oh, I see you have a uniform.
I guess I'm back at the ship.
Where did you get that? Where did you get that from?
I'd walk back to the ship.
Did you only get one?
I think I come out of the alley and I wave at you from a mile away. I've got the...
He has a uniform. He's good.
Bayek, you promised me you would not let this one out of your sight. This red scarabee gives me the creeps.
Don't worry. We're watching. You can see Senu at the top just looking down like, what the fuck did he just like put a mist in someone's mouth?
Why did he shove his hand in that guy's mouth?
Just wiping poison on his uniform.
Why don't we go down and talk to the merchants and perhaps we could gain access to their ships?
I don't think it is necessary you have a ship. We use your ship. We turn it into a merchant vessel. Simple as that. Do not need to arm it. We put some product on it. We pay off the right general. We'll be fine.
Okay, but I do love this ship. Her name is Mary.
Mary.
The Mary?
Nope, there's no the. It's just Mary. She's
Well, okay.
named after the love of my life. Actually.
Mary.
And,
Weed.
She what? she died. Yeah. I don't want to talk about it.
that is terrible. I'm so sorry to hear that.
She was I don't want to talk about it. She was so young. I shouldn't say more. Love of my life. I miss her every day. I should stop. You know her favorite color was blue. Like the ocean.
She sounds fascinating. I think we must get on the way. There is only so much time before we cannot miss the general.
I
Bayek
just
is
asked,
just walking.
be careful when you cover
Bayek is
up.
walking away.
When you
Just
cover up
leaving.
her name on the boat. Just be gentle.
Bayek left. Bayek left. We have to go. We have
Let's
to pay
go.
All right, let's go. Try to use your ship. Now, this is a freaking war vessel?
Yeah, so it's what is it called? An ancient
trireme.
Greek war galley with 3 banks of oars. It's a rather large ship, trireme. It looks like how you would imagine, like the curved bow and the two big sails, and then the oarmen on the sides. So we would also need people to row the ship.
I mean, I'm
there's only-
assuming you have people to row the ship.
Yeah.
It's not in my gear list.
Normally they come with the ship.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we are in a time of slaves, so
Yeah.
you probably
You know what?
have.
yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was going to say, the people who work the oars, they don't have a lot of choice.
I'd like to make an
there, you know.
amendment to this historical fiction.
It's up to you. It's up to
I
you.
would
So
like to
you
say-
negotiate with each rower a fair price.
Foxy Das
And benefits?
And benefits.
No benefits. I can't afford them. But Foxy Das is open about how much everybody makes, and they're allowed to talk about it. I don't discriminate, and I've got 10 really great guys.
Okay. So you have the only trireme in the Mediterranean manned by freelancers.
Yep, they're permalancers. It's actually the worst thing possible. It's worse for them.
Okay.
They're permalancers.
Okay. So we'll say the ship is staffed.
Yeah,
It's manned.
it's staffed, everyone. Let's go.
Okay.
Well, in order to pull off the deception, we will, of course, have to make the ship seem as if it has been fitted to not be ready for war. So any sort of arms or weaponry. I'm not really sure what the technology is going to be here, like ship-to-ship fighting-wise. I mean, don't they pretty much just use ships to drop off soldiers? Like, they don't really
Yeah,
have,
I mean,
like,
they have arrows.
do they have,
and
like,
stuff and,
ballistas and stuff like that?
Yeah, a lot of the ships will have ballistae. You've got archers on board. You have boarding actions. You also have ramming actions.
Okay, but there's no like cannons. I don't have a cannon.
No.
Okay. So it doesn't look like it could potentially be dangerous. I guess it's just like empty warship.
I mean,
It's
a
just it's
trireme.
all about the arms, right?
Yeah, but it's like a trireme. It's like it's basically like the profile of a destroyer.
Okay.
It's like someone would say like, oh, that's a warship. Like that's not like a
Yeah.
Well, what you could do is you could essentially make a story. You know, you got this ship and you decided to make it into something for your merchanting ways. You know, you don't have to always make it as
Bayek! Always
as
the smart one. That's why I like you, Bayek. I think this is a great idea, but you can have some soldiers you would have to. Without them, they would just take your ship. So it could explain why there is some enough to defend yourself, but not enough to really attack a Roman war vessel.
Brilliant. We are bringing goods from Alexandria to Greece. Needed goods for
Valueless, meaningless goods.
Yep. No weapons whatsoever. Excellent, Bayek.
And the centurion over here, you know, he's here to keep guard, to make sure that we are not doing anything stupid. You see?
And you're wearing Roman robes, right?
Yeah,
Right.
the
Yeah.
full Centurion gear.
Centurion gear.
Perfect, yeah. Excellent. You will be our guard and to watch over us. I'll tell my men and prepare them for the ruse.
If they are to approach you, Scarab, and ask you who we are and what this ship is for, what would you say to them?
I don't know.
Then it is best you stay silent.
He's actually quite perfect for it. He doesn't know much.
A bodyguard that does not speak, but
guard.
just does his job. Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right, so you head towards the docks, and you see that you can see Mary floating out at the dock there. You also see a pair of Roman soldiers guarding the foot of the dock, and you don't see any of your normal crew on board.
Gentlemen, if you would excuse me, I need to board my ship.
Well, the soldiers come and say, "Who's to say this is your ship? We're not to let any ships leave the harbour without authorization."
I believe if you ask, you will find that we are in desperate need to leave soon. We have goods. This is a merchant ship.
All the merchant ships carrying goods and supplies are accounted for. What's all this then?
This is a new one, my friend. It has been refitted. It is a captured Greek vessel that we have turned into use for proper Roman commercialism. And he's going to turn and look at the soldier here. This one has been assigned to escort us and make sure, no funny business. We are heading across to Greece to deliver some goods to contacts there to continue the fighting in Macedonia.
Sir, and he looks at the red scarab wearing a centurion's colors. He says, "Sir, is this correct? Is this authorized?"
I don't know. What?
What he means is it is not him to authorize, it was his superior that gave authorization.
No. Wait a moment. I don't recognize that accent. Where are you from, Centurion?
Originally, one town over.
Can I just look, what's the area looking around like? Is there lots of
I'm
people
doing the same
here?
thing. I'm like, any witnesses? Slow luck.
It looks like there's a lot of activity on, there's a row of docks. There's a lot of activity on loading the other ships that it does look like are being sent out. Most of the attention, and the sun has gone down. You don't see any other eyes on you at the moment as you talk.
Do we all look at each other and give each other the nod?
I'll just be like, I'll try one more time.
Well, gentlemen, look. Perhaps there is a confusion, a miscommunication. He is not one to speak for his boss, but I have urgent business across the ocean, and I assure you, it is nothing that will hurt the Roman army. I am a simple merchant. If you would step on board just for a moment, I believe you will find a nice price for your troubles. I could shave a little bit off of the delivery. No one would ever know.
And he smiles big as if he's going to bribe them.
Okay. I am going to need a social check with a raise to get them on board.
Okay. And I'm looking around. I am going to use my trait gregarious for it. He's got a very kind of charming vibe and very nice vibe, but that's it. None of my gear is going to really work here, nor my skills. This is just kind of a natural skill of his sociability. All right, here we go. Rolling the 6. Oh, baby. Got it exactly. I needed 2, right? And I got 2. No creeds. I got all wits. And the what is it, Aspergo? What's it called?
Abstergo.
Abstergo.
And the Abstergo die. So awesome. But I got 2 social. So I have 1 social. You gave it a raise, right? Yeah. I needed 2, so I got it.
Okay, nice. Great, awesome. All right, so the soldiers are like, well, I suppose if we could take a quick visual inspection of the ship itself, perhaps we can come to an arrangement, eh?
Exactly. Big wink. And he'll just start trudging up with them at his back, not fearing them, kind of
I follow behind them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yup.
Okay.
And he'll lead them into the ship. Oh, this is Mary. Welcome to Mary. And he'll go, up the across the plank, and then onto the ship, and lead them down into the
You'll
hold.
find our finest goods.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, we've been convinced by your electric silver tongue, sir. And they follow you down below.
How many guards are there?
2 of them.
Okay.
I stab one immediately in the back of the neck with my dagger.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
You will find right here is a. Sorry.
Oh, poopy. I didn't get anything. I didn't get an abstergo, and I didn't get a single die.
Okay. You do have 3 extra dice that you can use.
What was your approach? Stealth?
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna do action because I didn't think I was being.
Oh, if
can I do action?
You could do action. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me re-roll then because it does it automatically on
Yeah. I'm
this.
sorry. I shouldn't have assumed. Yeah. So. That's fine.
My other roll was better. Okay, I got 1 match and 1 abstergo.
Okay. And you needed. What's your
What's
action?
your
What's your
action?
actions rating?
2. I needed 2.
Okay.
So
Let
it's
me
a fail.
do an extra die.
Okay. Well, you have to now. You have 3, and if you say you can only spend 1. If you're going to use 1 die, then that's the only one you can use.
What do you guys think? Do you think I should spend 2?
I only think you should spend them if you have, if you're using a trait or ability that would mean also a creed
wait.
would work for you.
Oh, wait. Strategic moves. I do. Whenever you make an action check, you can consider up to 1 wit an additional match. I have 2. I did 2.
Great.
Well, there you go.
Amazing.
Perfect.
Okay.
My strategic move. It worked out.
All right. Describe your kill.
Yeah, it's just, stoically, he has this trait stoic. He's just walking up behind them as you're the face, Joe. You're, this.
Gentlemen.
And he, chink, unsheaths 1 dagger and just grabs him by the shoulder, stabs him in the back of the neck.
And the other guard is just like, oh, oi! And starts like pulling at his gladius to pull it out to fight you.
I look to the scarab. I'm like, do your best or worst.
Serial killer. Absolute maniac. Are you going to kill him or do you want...
He's
gonna kill
kicking
him?
the kill to you, Troy, if you'd like to kill this guy.
Oh, you want me to kill?
Bayek is watching you, and he's like, you're up. Batter up.
You'll just.
You're being scouted for the big
He's
leagues.
mad because he was asked a question and he doesn't know anything. So he just pulls out the Kopesh. Navel to neck.
Okay.
Don't
Give me,
ask me questions. I don't know local geography.
Okay.
Great.
Give me an action roll.
All right, I've got a 2 in action. Gear-wise, I have my Kopesh. So let's see.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to roll and see.
Okay.
All right. Oh, beautiful. So I got 1 on the action, and I got a creed die. And since I used my weapon, I hit the 2.
Okay.
Nice.
So you take them both down in an instant. They lie bleeding at your feet.
Super clean system, isn't it? With the dice,
It is.
I kind of like
It's really
nice.
cool. Yeah. I really like the way this works. So you do notice that none of the normal deck crew, the soldiers and stuff that you would normally have on your trireme, none of them are here. And you see one of the freelance rowers come up from downstairs. He's got like a little bowl of soup, and they say, "Oh, hello, sir. We weren't expecting you back.
Henry, I was
Yes.
looking for you. You are my favorite.
I was just getting some soup."
Henry, you love your soup, and I love you for it, Henry. I kiss him on the forehead.
Oh,
I love
this
my
is so
rowers.
nice.
You don't give health insurance, you just kiss their foreheads.
No, he doesn't do it. Henry,
Yes.
where is everyone?
Smashes the soup.
I don't pay you to eat soup.
Bam! Knocks the soup out of his hand.
Get that shit out of here.
They were pressed into service on the other ships. They said it was a military emergency. There's only us, the ones who man the oars. We are the only ones left on the ship. I'm sorry, sir.
How many?
12?
12. That
Yeah,
sounds
sure.
fine. That sounds normal.
Yes.
All right,
What
well,
if There is
Get
combat.
them. Get them. Get everyone.
Okay.
Round them up
Everybody,
and
come up here. The boss is back.
stop eating soup.
Put down the soup.
It gets everywhere on the boat. I asked you not to eat on the boat.
Put it back in the thermoses.
Why did you bring your thermoses?
We wanted to keep it warm when it's colder outside.
You know,
also,
and he
if
turns
it's-
around. What? Why?
Well, if it's cold and it's warm outside, it also keeps it cold. It is a miracle.
Yes, the Greeks are geniuses. You and I both know this. We're both Greek.
We are. I am?
Yes, and we
Okay.
predator handshake. I turn around. It's so hard to run a business. You don't know what it's like.
I'm like,
Foxy, you don't let them eat on the boat? They will starve to death.
They get crumbs everywhere. It gets in the cracks. I hate it.
Don't use the crackers.
I hate those soup crackers. Anyway, I have 12 men. We should be able to row with that many, but we don't have an army.
that's fine. We don't need an army. Army makes too much noise. Come, help me clean these bodies. Like, stop dragging these bodies to the side of the ship.
I'll help.
I also help.
And one of the other oarsmen comes up, and he's a Nubian. And he sees Bayek. He says, Medjay! And he drops to his knees. And he's just like, you have returned. You have returned to us. Finally, there will be victory. Finally, there will be peace.
Get up. Get up.
Okay.
Siwa will never know peace. Come, let's carry on.
Okay. So you start getting ready to go. What do you do with the bodies?
We kind of like put them to the side. We hide them like in this, like, you know, within some form of like container or something, because we'll drop them in the middle of the sea as we're like on our way through, rather than dropping them by the shore, you see.
Yeah.
Great. Awesome.
Stuff them into barrels.
Okay, stuff them in the barrels, like the Hobbit. And you guys, you set out at night.
Wow.
So you guys are going to be manning the ship. You're going to be navigating, and do you think anyone, Sydney, does your character know how to find their way? Do you think to your destination?
Yeah, definitely. I'm also thinking just back to the video game, like the character, like he basically lives on the ship. Like he's always on.
Yeah,
I think
It's like
he's a seaman. I think he, especially this route. I'm laughing. Especially this route.
This boat's full of seamen. I mean,
This boat's full of seamen. How does it stay afloat? It's so anyway. This route he would know probably pretty well, especially with the ongoing war, and he would know hopefully ways to go to avoid maybe some main channels of like Roman ships. Whether that'll happen or not.
Yeah, and I think that I think
you would
that-
know too.
Yeah, I think the Kios would absolutely know almost like smuggling lanes and stuff like that, like ways to avoid the typical blockade, like, you know, prevention kind of stuff. So I think he might know a few ways too.
awesome. So you guys set out. Under cover of darkness, you're able to get the ship out and into the open sea, into the Mediterranean, as you ply your way towards the nation of Greece. We're at now. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back. See what happens with these guys. You've synced one more level, by the way. You're sync level 4. You get an extra die.
Oh,
We'll see you in a few minutes.
nice.
draws out his holy sword, places his heel upon the neck of the serpent. For now, the hour is struck, the trumpet has been sounded, the dead shall walk again. The serpent comes, but upon all of them he shall place the mark of the beast.
All right, we're back. Joe, I think you have a little announcement before we continue here.
Yes, anybody that might have tuned in a little bit late, we're doing giveaways tonight, courtesy of CMON, our friends at CMON and Ubisoft and Guillotine Press. We're giving away a legendary bundle pre-order for this game. This game is up for pre-order right now. You can go to their website, read all about it. And if you get on the pre-order now, you get all kinds of great bonuses, and the game is expected to ship next year. So we're going to give away tonight a free legendary bundle, which is the bundle where you get everything, all 3 print books. You get early access to the PDFs. You get a ton of miniatures of the iconic assassins. You get all the cards and accessories, dice, these awesome dice, like all this stuff. So there's a link in chat. McDeal, drop it in chat. Check it out there. Click through to enter. We're also going to pick a second domestic U.S. winner to receive prototypes of all 13 minis as in their resin form. So very excited for that. Check it out there. And before the end of this tonight, keep your eye on chat because we're going to announce the winners there. Thank you.
Great.
Thank you, Skid, for your time.
Good luck, everyone. So you guys have been at sea for a while. I don't know how long it takes to get from the Nile Delta to the Peloponnese. I don't know.
Long enough to throw 2 barrels full of Roman corpses over the side?
Surely. As long as you remember to do it, yes, you have plenty of time. So as you're making this journey, Bayek, as a Medjay, he has this instantly sort of revered and respected by some of the members of the crew. And you are treated to a few rumors that have been being bandied about around Alexandria about like what's been going on like up at Actium with Antony's forces. So you are told that Delius he was, and this is actually true, Seneca wrote that he was called the Desultor Bellorum Civillium, the circus rider of civil war, because he switched sides so frequently. And you also are told that he has acted as sort of a matchmaker for Antony, finding him women to sleep with, which has earned him the ire of Cleopatra. These are sort of like generally known things. As you're going along, you also sort of piece together that there is this rumor, from various rumors, you piece together that he seems to have some sort of object of immense power and mystery. And you're not sure what it is, but Bayek and others, like, this may sound like similar to a piece of Eden. This may sound like one of these artifacts.
Oh.
Okay.
So.
And this is in Quintus's. Who has control of this? Sorry.
Delius. Yeah, Quintus Delius. This general.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys pull within sight of this camp, and you can see that the forces are arrayed. You can see Antony's ships. He has all these like huge sort of warships lined up outside this natural harbor of Actium. You can see his camp on the southern shore. You can see his built-in like Roman fortress style. And you can also see he is outnumbered by Octavian ships that are sort of arraying themselves now. They're pulling into place. There's about 80 of them. And they're much smaller but more agile. And it looks like Antony's ships are guarding the harbor. So you're here in your trireme, undermanned trireme. What do you do?
Well, this is tricky.
Could we swim?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
You want to anchor the boat and then just...
Yeah, we could swim. Because they would just watch, they would see this. I mean, like, that's quite dangerous, right? Because they could see then this just a ship just...
Sure.
In the, it would attract their attention and we could go by stealth. But, by going head on might be very difficult to convince, especially if they start searching and they realize it's an empty ship, really.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think? Or... I have an idea.
Okay.
What if we split? What if some people go out and onto sea and cause a distraction enough for them to be distracted by like the chaos that you guys can get free entry easier that way? What about that?
Well, I was thinking perhaps my permalancers row in toward the ship while we make a hasty exit.
That sounds...
You would allow them all to be killed?
They're permalancers. I could easily find new ones. I don't give them insurance.
Every fiber of Bayek's being is like, this is so wrong.
Yeah,
this is so,
I don't know how Bayek would feel
wrong.
about this.
I don't know. This is not the way. This is not the way.
I am a stoic veteran, according to my traits.
I understand that, but you are working with a magi. Please.
No, of course, Bayek, I respect you on many levels, and if you say no, I will think about it.
No.
Let me think on it.
So what's the goal here? We just got to get past.
We just got to get past them.
Yeah.
I mean,
you have to get into the camp.
I agree with Bayek. I do not see a reason to kill all these innocent
Damn it.
people.
I wanted new interns. I wanted new.
Just fire them. Listen, there is an explanation for an empty ship, Bayek. One travels across the sea to do business and reloads from there to return home.
We are
However,
posing as a merchant ship.
As we arrived and sold off our stores, we were unable to fill, for the fighting over there prevented us from getting a new shipment on. So we are returning home empty-handed and nearly broke, and we are at our wits' end. Perhaps they will allow us to pass. We are simply arriving with nothing of value.
But you said, Skid, the ships in the immediate vicinity that we'd be riding into are Octavia's ships? They're Roman ships?
There are sort of Octavian ships are offshore. Sort of they're arriving now in sort of their waves. And Antony's ships are guarding the harbor where his camp is.
Yeah, so I mean, basically, like, it's not like this is Greek versus Romans. Like, this is just, it's a Roman civil war. Like, the whole thing is the Roman Empire. So it's like, what side are you on? And we just have to be like, we're not on a side.
Right.
We're just merchants.
Okay.
And we don't have anything of value on here because they wouldn't let us load in.
We had to come back empty-handed.
We had to come back empty-handed, and I'm broke and I'm pissed. Like, that's sort of like what I'm thinking.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like they can steal anything from us. It's that they could just kill us if they want, I guess. But I mean, they'd have to fight Bayek, so let's go.
We have one thing they don't. Bayek.
Yeah, exactly. We have the main character of the story.
The founder of the Assassin's Brotherhood,
armor.
I think. All right.
Okay, so you're just gonna like head towards the lines. Is that your plan?
In the most conspicuous way that a ship could, that doesn't fear, that is not approaching at battle speed.
Yeah, would I know,
but
like,
also
you are in a warship.
Yeah.
So
would I know, like, the route a merchant ship would take to re-enter? Is there like a specific sort of,
this isn't really it's not a port city or anything. Like, this is a military camp, so this is sort of a temporary sort of thing. So you would think that any merchant ships would be expected, and then they would be allowed through by the ships that are guarding the straits here.
So then maybe let's go slow, and maybe I stand at the bow or something, kind of like waving, unassuming, like friendly. It just, we're coming through. Joe.
Yeah, I mean, we'll try it. I don't have a better idea.
I'll be back in my normal clothes because it'd be weird now if I have the Centurion outfit on. I went and did that long before I knew Sydney had a boat.
It is funny that you killed that guy for no reason at all.
But you know what? This uniform may come in handy. We have
That's
it.
true.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
We
You
got
have
two
it
others
ready.
as well in the barrels, right?
That's
Oh yeah,
true.
that's true.
But let's say we dumped the bodies and kept the uniform. But yeah,
Okay. Although the other two, you weren't careful with those.
no, that's true.
So
be
they're
bloodied.
damaged and bloodstained.
Yeah, I would assume we can't use them, but whatever. We have it.
Or you can try, but
Should have used
explain.
poison.
If I could interrupt just for a second, I have a question about Delius, about the general. Like, what side is he on with the two kinds of ships that we're looking at?
Delius he is in Mark Antony's camp on shore. And these ships, the harbor right now is being guarded by Mark Antony's ships. So
he's on the Roman side right
they're
now.
both- everyone's Roman.
Everybody's
Okay,
Roman.
everybody's
This is a
Roman.
civil war. So it's really like, do we say we have an urgent message for the general and like that's why we have to get through? Like, weird.
I think we could still go down the route of supplies. I think that's not a bad idea and a bad shout. I think we could be honest. I think getting to the general though, we're gonna really have to be careful and actually probably very sneaky.
okay. All right, I got you. How about we go with this is a warship and everything. Let's just let the story be like we're shuttling military supplies and we could not pick up the supplies we wanted on the other end because the enemy prevented us and we had to turn back
Yeah.
after dumping the supplies for Antony's forces in Alexandria.
Okay. All right. So you have with this in mind, you're sailing the trireme towards the Antonian lines, and as you get close, like two of these ships like sort of peel away and start coming towards you, and signaling at you. And these captains are like shouting at you, and it's just like, "Ho! You are unauthorized. Explain yourselves. Who are you?"
We're just re-entering. We were carrying military supplies to Alexandria, but we were turned away. We're on our return empty-handed. You can check our ship. We have nothing.
Supplies on a military ship? I would have remembered that. What's really going on?
Why don't you ask Antonius? Ask your general. He ordered it.
Okay, I'm gonna need
It's pretty good.
I don't know.
Pretty good.
a wits or a social check with 2 raises.
Jeez. Okay, I'll do my.
Ask your general. He ordered it.
I'm gonna roll my wits.
Okay.
Here I go.
Okay.
Ruh-roh. Okay, I got nothing. I got
Okay.
two creeds, but let me.
Well, you're technically using your trireme, so that's technically one.
Oh yes, could I use my equipment?
That's okay. Yeah. So one.
So you
one
got
of
one
those
out of 3.
Creed. Yep.
I'll just roll my 2 more die.
You have 4 extra dice right now.
They're 4 extra die.
'Cause he's
Should I just
synced
roll
again.
all 4?
I mean, this is pretty desperate.
Yep.
You remember, and you can always refresh them when you say your
Use your
My
quote.
quote.
So I think you should probably.
I'll tell you.
You know, that's,
There's an extra die.
Troy has so many die. He just says it automatically, no matter what the situation is.
Such
What
a
did you
clever gaming
Okay.
of the system.
Here I
hats
go.
off.
I'm gonna roll.
Okay.
Okay. I got another. I did get a wits, and I got
Okay.
another creed, but that doesn't matter, right?
No.
Even when you
So-
start rolling the extra dice, it doesn't reset.
Surely, wait. Don't you have an ability that could help get you extra wits, or no?
No, my ability is when I use an action check, I can consider one of my wits.
Right.
But this isn't an action. And then my other ability is the Brotherhood training. Whenever I use a hidden weapon, I can consider a creed result as an additional
okay.
match, but I'm not. Oh, but I can't in these extra die also consider any gear another creed. Right? I've used my gear for my original roll.
I think so, right?
Yeah.
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 Okay. So
I failed.
Okay, that's a
all right,
failure.
Okay. Here we go. What happens?
That ability, wits is now snagged for you, so you have to mark it snagged.
That's my best one.
So if you try to use it again and fail, then you have to. If you use a snagged ability and you snag on it again, you have to snag another ability. If you snag all 4, you desynced. You're gone.
Jeez.
Boy.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, so he says that. I mean, he just kind of like in the moment, he's like, ask your general. I'm sure they could explain it to you.
Okay. So he says, ask General Anthony. Are you mad?
That's up to you if you'd rather bother him about our empty ship. I implore you to come aboard and have a look yourself. We were able to gather no armor whatsoever.
Okay. Anyone else want to try anything
Anyone want
here?
to step in and fumble it?
Sydney, stop.
Digging myself a little hole.
I have a thought. My hindrance is that I'm impulsive.
Okay.
Thinking I want to say to someone like, let's pretend I'm really sick, so they'll be afraid to catch my illness.
All right, you caught us. We tried to load up supplies for the return journey, but our own allies turned us away. Our soldier, one of them, has come down with something, some illness, but it has not affected any of us.
And I put a little poison on my tongue. I know what all my poisons do, and this is just going to make me start throwing up soon.
Okay.
He seems a little ill, yes, but none of us have been sick for days. For days we have been journeying together, and it has been fine. We just wish to get him some assistance, and I wish to return home to my wife.
Okay.
I'll be fine.
Give me a social check with 2 raises.
Okay.
Can I aid with
See, it doesn't feel so good when he tells you, huh?
Is there a way that I can aid this check where I'm using my impulsive hindrance?
Yeah, so you sink 1 more level. So
Troy,
you're
you
up
do.
to
when you use your
Troy
hindrance.
sinks up to
So you would get another
5,
skill.
and you unlock another skill.
Oh, let's go.
That's cool. Is
That's
there any
dope.
skill that would be perfect?
Perfect.
Strategic moves?
I do love Bayek watching all of this happen, and he's like,
I'm literally
absolute
just like,
idiots.
but I've got a plan. If this doesn't work, I've got an idea.
Okay.
My hindrance is unapologetic. Would you say I gained another skill because I didn't back down?
You didn't apologize technically, but no. It's
Okay.
like you have to actively cause yourself.
I'm wondering if I should just roll here. It doesn't matter what skill he gets, right? I still have to do my roll, and I still have to hit 3 social. And I don't believe any of my traits or abilities work here in this particular situation, yelling from ship to ship. So, got to get a really lucky roll.
Okay.
Wow. So, I didn't get a single social, and I got 4 Absurgo die. Holy shit.
Okay. So you are snagged. Your social is snagged.
Damn.
And you have caused a major setback.
Oh.
So the captain on board the ship.
Real quick. Does that major setback happen regardless, or if I have do I already have to have a snag, or do the snags only relate to desyncing?
I'm not sure if I'm not really clear. I think that it's a failed roll and it's snagged immediately. So I'm not sure. But in any case,
let's just do it.
So for Abstergo, so the captain starts to say, "Spies! Octavian spies! Open fire!" And all these archers on the ships start firing at you.
You just see me sprint towards the front of the ship, and I just dive into the water.
Okay, all right. So I'm going to need a reaction check from each of you. Each of you pick a skill and describe what you do. We have one from from Bayek here. I assume that's going to be action for you. So everybody give me a reaction roll.
I'm sorry, what is a reaction roll?
So this is something this is an approach that you didn't choose. This is something that's happened to you.
Yeah.
So you're going to pick your response to it. So pick one of your skills and you're going to try to roll for a success on that skill, describing appropriately.
But we don't know the
doing.
approach that you've chosen.
That doesn't matter.
There's no approach. It's just like
arrows are flying at you. What approach are you going to do to?
Right.
And this ship is like loaded with people, right? There's no.
There's oarsmen down below.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, who are free to go whenever they choose.
Okay.
Yes, as long as they
And well paid.
report what time they're leaving
Exactly.
and write it in the group calendar.
So as long as the action you need to match it, then you succeeded in that reaction, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
All right.
So you might want to avoid using an action that is snagged, for example. But
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yes.
So I got through. Yeah, go on.
I was gonna say, jumping on their boat because I just took free running. Part of me just wants to run and parquet over to their boat.
yeah,
But then I'm
we'll
like,
say that.
I don't know what's over there. I feel like I'm gonna be overmanned. But then again, I'm a trained killer, and that would
Yeah.
be fun. And I am impulsive.
That's
so yeah,
true.
that's what I do.
And it would definitely save all of us and potentially the mission if they're
I said
focusing on you for a while.
I said
Okay.
parquet. I meant parkour. So I'm gonna go over there
Parkour.
and just
Parquet.
Parkour.
In ancient times, I think it was parquet.
Yes,
That's a type of flooring.
Yeah.
I was using the Grecian word for it. All right, so that's what I'm gonna do.
All right. So the red scarab vaults over onto the other ship. Bayek is jumping into the ocean. Mm-hmm. Okay. So you guys give me action rolls on that.
So I
Okay.
got, yeah, go on.
I yell out my quote. I just go, "Ha ha! The gods have such a sense of humor." And then he grabs a rope and he swings over to the other boat as well. I did an action roll.
Okay.
I succeeded. So can I do that?
Oh yes. Okay. So you
Okay.
succeed.
And I put my dagger in my mouth.
Okay. And you get an extra die back for using your quote appropriately.
Boom.
Awesome.
Nice. I've got 3 matches on my reaction roll.
Okay.
Man,
And you needed
dove
1, right?
So good.
Yep.
So you get a free raise. So if there's a little bonus you want.
So I think what I've done is you just see this figure just dive into the water. And then you're like, oh, he's fucking abandoned us. He's left us for good to do his own mission. Suddenly you just see me pop up on the other ship, like out of the water, Kopesh in hand with shield, and I'm going to start killing everyone.
Oh my gosh.
Great. Okay. And Joe, what are you doing here?
Well, I think I pictured him at least for the first moment, just trying to duck out of the way of these arrows and get behind some cover. So he's just going to get behind one of the masts of the ship and ignore that first volley, and then kind of see how it's going before he jumps onto the other ship, and making sure we're all fighting on the other ship first. So
Okay.
So in that
give
first
me-
instant, he's going to duck for cover essentially.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, you could say that could be a wits, that could be an action, that could be a stealth.
It'll be I'm going to do action.
Okay.
See if the old instincts kick in. Oh my god, I got it. I got
Oh,
it.
okay.
Okay.
By the skin of my goddamn teeth.
Okay.
All right, just
So
barely.
thunk, a bunch of arrows slam into the pole that you're standing behind, just as you duck behind it. And then the other 3 of you, the red scarab, Foxidus, and Bayek are just boom. You all land on board this ship. There's a bunch of soldiers kind of manning it. What do you guys do?
I'm going to start attacking them actually. Rather than with my Kopesh, it's going to be my signature weapon, my bow
Okay.
and arrows. And I'm just
Awesome.
just taking them out in while I'm on their ship.
Okay, awesome.
Let's roll.
Okay, give me a roll.
Awesome.
Great. I got 3 again.
Okay. Jesus, this really is ridiculous. Okay. All right. So you're just taking out just throngs of these people on this ship. And is there a bonus that you want?
Yeah, I would say if there is, if I mean, because it's the night, I assume that people have torches and everything.
Yeah,
I think
it's it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. It's like
so.
pre-dawn.
Essentially, I spot this and I kind of yell to you guys like, So I look at the fire and I sort of see it and I shoot my arrow at it. And as it kind of goes through it, I'm hoping to essentially get something to catch on fire. And I'm like, burn the ships! Burn the ships! I'm just trying to literally go and cause again just a massive ruckus as I can.
Okay.
Let's go.
And yeah, we'll say like a brazier like on the deck is like knocked over by an errant shot, and like the deck starts to catch fire. What about Foxius?
Foxidas would like to. He's taking out his dagger, his signature gear dagger, and he hears Bayek's command, and he was gonna stab the nearest guy, but then he scans and sees another rope like holding a brazier, so he's just going to slash at the rope and try to kick the brazier toward the sail, swing it towards the sail or something.
Okay. All right. Give me an action
action
roll.
Okay,
or wits.
Technically, yeah. Well, that's a question actually. Is it a bit like Blaze in the sense that you can use any action for anything as long as you can explain as to why you're doing it?
Yeah, that's definitely my read on it. Is if you can make a case as to what you can kind of negotiate.
That's great.
Yeah, it's great. It's awesome. So.
I'm going to use my action because I also can consider, because of my strategic moves, I can consider up to a wit as a match, which is great. It's perfect for him. Cool. So that is going to, by the skin of my teeth, be a success with my creed for my hidden weapon. So
okay. All right. So yeah,
I slash it, and then I just kind of, as the rope is letting go, I grab it and swing it up towards the sail, and hopefully it just whoosh.
Okay, and the sail catches fire. Now the deck is burning, the sail is burning, sailors are starting to panic. Sailors on the other ships are looking over, wondering what's happening. What about the Red Scarab?
The Red Scarab is in his element. So I just want to be free running along and using my momentum to just lop heads off with my Kopesh.
Okay.
Like melons on posts.
Oh my gosh.
Just trying to kill as many people as possible.
Okay. So you're using your signature items.
Yeah, I'd be using my Kopesh. I'm not going to be using poison, but I guess I would still be using my free running and my traits? Assassination ability.
Yeah,
my trait, I am precise.
Okay.
I am specifically trying to lop off heads.
Okay.
I don't think the wiriness will help me so much in this particular thing.
All right, so you can count 2 creeds as matches.
Okay. All right, let's see what we got here. And I love this online dice roller because it shows all your abilities as well. So let's see.
It's really cool.
Okay. I got 3 stealth, 2 Aspergo, and 1 creed. Assassination, but I was rolling an action check. I wasn't trying to stealth, so.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you have 5 extra dice right now.
I do have 5 extra dice.
Did you say your phrase again? Because maybe you have 6 extra.
Here's the thing. I think I made. Did you say I needed you gave me a raise or no?
No raise.
All right, then I think I made it because I have 1 creed dice, which I can turn into an action success, and free running gives me a bonus match to action for using it. So I've got the great. 2 action I need. Oh, and actually, this is cool for free running. Whenever you're free running, you can add 1 match to any action related check. So that's what gets me there. Additionally, whenever you make an action check, you can use 2 stealth results to disappear from sight. So I get up there and just kill a bunch of people, and then you where did he go? Where's the Red Scarab? What is he up to?
No, they're probably all screaming at each other it's the Red Scarab!
The legendary Red Scarab! No! It's Red Scarab and the Menjai, they're working together!
Where is that voice coming from? Where is that voice coming from?
Okay. So you get that.
It's the Red Scarab's famous words.
A chill goes through the Roman sailors' spines as they hear those words. So you also get a bonus. You get a free raise as well. So you disappear and you get an additional bonus.
Okay, if Bayek is you're trying to burn down the boat, right?
Yeah, to make
Yeah.
it, because it will attract most of the attention. And my idea is essentially like by getting these big beacons of light, right, we can then slip in covers of darkness in any other way, shape, or form.
Yeah, so I would say I would use my rays to just aid in the setting fire to the boat.
Okay. Yeah. So like as you're like lopping off heads at the last after the last head, like the last head is like knocked over into another brazier, knocking it over and rolling as the hair on the head catches fire, starts rolling along the deck like catching fires as it goes.
God.
So the boat is like ablaze right now, and you've killed like 2/3 of the crew. So it's up to you now. Like, how do you want to proceed?
Well, I think that Kios kind of sensing where Bayek is going with this, with the immediate starting to fire the ship, is going to be like, he's going to call to the permalancers, and he's going to start directing our ship kind of exactly where to go for like one quick pass to just kind of like everybody jump back on and then race toward shore while this distraction is going.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's gonna order the rowers to put us in position.
Okay, so the rowers, like, they maneuver the ship. You can hear the drums, like, beating, keeping the rhythm, and they pull up alongside. They start gliding alongside the ship you're on. They all sort of in unison. The ones on the left side, or the port side, that they slide all their oars in, cutting off all the oars on the Roman ship and leaving theirs like intact.
They're all just like shattering into shards.
Yeah,
So cool.
And you guys, and it's right next to
Don't
the
get too
ship you're on.
close! Don't get too close! The flames are licking!
No,
Bayek! No!
And I start running back to the ship.
Awesome. Okay. Do you all jump back on board?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think we swing back around. Oh, what
Swing
a perfect
back
plan.
on a rope.
We did it.
They messed with a boat full of assassins.
No, it's like it's
wrong
such a
boat.
horrible fate, like for someone who's like anyone who's like in the Coast Guard or whatever. This is like a horrible luck. So you all jump on board. You Foxidus like swings on board. The Red Scarab seems to appear out of nowhere, like all of a sudden, like Batman. He's just like standing behind you all.
Jesus.
Did you ever leave?
Did you even help us in the
I
fight?
saw you come across, but then nothing.
And
What
you're able to
swings his kopech down and blood splatters all over the boat.
Wow. Way too much blood for that Kopesh. I don't know how you did that.
and
Scary.
and you keep gliding across into the water, disappearing into the shadows of night. All of the attention on the Antonian side is on the burning ship right now, and you feel like you're able to get away without notice.
Amazing.
So
amazing.
yeah.
Amazing. All right, so we want to quietly get close to harbor, even if it's close enough for just us to swim. Like, that's probably even better than trying to dock fully.
Yeah. Or just like you could either like sort of run up on the beach, you can like anchor like right offshore, like whatever you want to do.
All right, let's do that. We'll run up on shore away from the harbor and get off on foot under the cover of darkness.
Okay, like on
And
the
I'll tell
Mediterranean side.
I'll tell my permalancers, protect the ship with your lives.
Yes, of course. We owe you our contracts, so we will honor them.
Which is signed in blood.
Yes, blood. You were very
So
insistent.
you technically owe me your life.
That's, well, according to the fine print, that is true.
All right. I will see you back on this ship, and the ship better
Okey-doke.
be here.
All right.
Goodbye,
we'll
Henry.
Save you some soup. And you go up on
Goodbye,
shore.
Timothy. Goodbye, Jeffrey.
Bye.
My boys. Okay, I go up on shore.
Okay. So you jump like off the deck, like onto the beach, and you can see the fort like over a rise, like inland a little bit.
Okay, would I know, Foxidus, would I know this general at all? Quintus Delius? Like, have I... Because I was in the Grecian army, but, like, would I know...
Yeah, you
On a
know, actually,
personal
it's funny. Like the historical Quintus Delius was mostly used as a diplomat. So I mean, you have a very good chance that he would have like had some kind of interaction with them at some point before.
We might be able to just talk. I might be able to walk us right into camp and we could have a parlay.
Let us try it.
It's never failed us before.
I will be unhelpful. But if things go awry, I will do something impulsive.
You know a lot of words, actually. You pretend like you don't, but I know you do.
It was a very extensive menu.
Yes.
It's the Cheesecake Factory of Alexandria.
I did just want to clarify before we got into any more checks that you do have to be snagged to get a minor or major setback on an ability.
All right, so you have to be snagged already.
If you're already snagged and pass or fail, you roll an aspergo.
Right.
That's a minor setback.
That's a minor setback.
If you roll up to 3 or more, it's a major setback.
Oh,
So
wow.
if I'm snagged on my wits, which I am, and I do my wits again, and I roll an abstergo, I'm screwed.
Even though
you can
you're
still
screwed,
succeed.
boss.
You can succeed, you get a minor setback, but if you roll 3 or more, it's a major setback, even with a success.
Yeah. It's like Blades of the Dark, like success with a cost or something.
Yeah, so you would still like
yeah.
succeed at the thing you were trying to do, but then something else bad happens to
Cool.
advance
Right.
the story in interesting ways.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys you make your way towards the fort, the headquarters. So you see there are guards patrolling sort of everywhere. Tensions are high with the Octavian fleet approaching. Everyone's getting geared up for what seems to be the decisive battle of the Roman Civil War. So what is your approach going to be here?
I think my approach is going to be just an old friend. Go ahead.
I was going to say, it's social approach. You already said this is what you want to do. You know the general. I think that the way that we get through the front lines maybe and just sort of extend a little beyond that, what you've already said, is the truth. We don't even have to lie. None of this is a lie that you know the general. And we can also say we just escaped one of Antonius's ships by burning it in the harbor, and you can see it out there. That was us. We want to talk to the general, right?
Yeah. Well,
Skid,
no,
or are they on that side?
They're
on
on
his
his
side.
ship.
Oh,
We're
on that
trying,
totem.
never mind. I
Anthony's
thought it was
side.
on the other side.
But Joe, I want to use that to try to get him to
We know what happened.
defect to Octavia's army, because I'm going to be like, we did this. This army is weak. That kind of thing.
The problem is getting in right now.
Right.
Okay. Bayek?
I think essentially what idea?
I was just saying your name. I enjoy saying it.
I know. You never get to talk to Bayek when you're normally playing the game.
Yeah.
I'll take every chance to get.
Perhaps you would have some sway in getting us through the lines.
Actually, that's a good question.
Would you?
That
was my question.
No, it's because I mean, this is genuinely in regards to because if I remember correctly, it was very much on Cleopatra's side for a very long time. And it was only until there was a certain action which she did, which turned the tides of everything. So where are we in the timeline here? Is this after she's turned us?
Yeah, this is after all the events of Origins.
Okay, so we're definitely not friends with these guys. Okay, so then what I think actually maybe a good way of going through is we'll do what we do best, which is stealth. This is who we are, right?
I mean, and I'm not that good at that. So I'm wondering if I just stay outside and literally you two go on this strike mission to turn the general around. I think
that could work.
I feel like we can split the team and you can do this mission. I would only slow you down with my stealth.
Let's try that.
Okay.
Let's try that. You guys can keep an eye essentially and make sure that shit doesn't hit the fan, and you'll be able to, you've got Senu, so if anything does happen, you can flag us with Senu essentially.
Yeah.
What's your
That's
best
good.
skill, Joe?
I have action and social are both ones.
Maybe you could wear the Centurion outfit. The clean
Well,
one.
he's so big. I was like, it's just not going to fit. It's a big dude. But it doesn't
Tailor
matter.
it. Have it tailored.
I really feel like I want to I think we should test this aspect of the game. Do you always have to have every PC in every scene? I don't think so.
Okay, so let's try it. Let's do
From the way this
Also,
feels, I feel like you could do
It's
it.
astounding we haven't tried stealth yet, considering it's Assassin's
right? This
Creed.
is
I haven't
Assassin's Creed.
crouched
Yeah, that's
I know.
once.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
All right, let's
crouch.
do it. We're
do it.
stealthing it in. What is the threshold?
Just give me since it's night, and there's a lot of now. It's like the word is getting out of like this burning ship, so there's some distraction here. Just give me a normal stealth check.
Okay.
All of us?
2. So I got 2 matches.
Anyone who's trying to get in. Anyone who's trying to get in.
All right, that's
I
fair.
Are you going,
also-
Sid?
Yeah, I also got 2 matches. Just
Okay.
made it.
Great.
I got, let me see.
Are you trying to get in though?
No, I guess I'm not, right? Like,
Yeah. When I said you too, I meant the red snapper.
the red snapper.
The red snapper.
No one calls me that anymore.
It struck way less fear into the hearts of your
Something
enemies.
you'd
The
order
red
at the
snapper.
restaurant where you
I
learned how
killed
to
very
speak.
few people with that name until I changed to the red snapper.
No, don't you have like a 1 or 2 in stealth?
Yeah, I have a 1 in stealth.
Yeah. So I thought you two go in strike mission and the general
Fuck
and I
Sid,
stay out. But if you want to go to Sid, you go, and I'll just solo stay out.
Wait. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna go.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, you already rolled.
Yeah.
What about Bayek?
Yeah, I've rolled. I got 2 matches.
Great. The Red Scarab.
I'm in.
You're in.
I may peel off at some point.
Okay. But you succeeded?
I succeeded, yeah.
Okay. All right. So you all do you climb over the palisade, do you think, or how do you think you get in?
Yeah, I think so. I think like we don't have Senu, so I can't use Senu right now, but I would assume that we would be looking to find a way
From
to
height.
the actual,
Maybe,
from
like,
height,
climb a
from height to
tree.
kind of like to look
Okay.
around as well. Yeah.
Awesome. You don't have Senu?
No, I've given Senu to Kios because
Oh,
Kios,
right.
yeah.
Descend in case of emergency or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so yeah, you were able to sort of time the movements of the guards, and you're able to like spot like a dark area where you think you can climb up and over without being seen, and you do. And we'll carry that over. Like you're able to maneuver your way like through the Roman camp. Like it's very busy, but you're able to kind of dart from shadow to shadow, and you can see what certainly must be the general's tent.
I kind
All
of
right.
look to Foxidus. I'm like, lead the way.
Foxidus nods, and
And there are 2 guards like standing outside.
yeah, he has his
Oh.
dagger. He kind of feels his dagger, but he closes his robe and walks up very matter-of-factly, straight up to the tent. Evening.
Pardon me, you have business with the general?
Yes. Urgent business.
I'm gonna need a social check.
I really wish you hadn't said that.
or something like you could do wits,
No,
or-
social makes sense. It's just I suck at it.
Okay.
I also want to point out that unless I read it wrong, the blades is pretty clear that the player chooses the skill that they're rolling, and this game is pretty clear that the reader chooses the skill, like tells you what you're rolling.
Nice.
They do say
Well, we
that
can-
you
we
can
can
make any
negotiate
arguments for
too,
whatever you
like-
want, but ultimately the reader chooses.
It is the reader's call, but
Yeah.
I want to negotiate this, to give you guys the best chance. So
Could I use my Narachos robes? My
What?
Grecian. It's one of my gear.
okay.
They're like my Grecian robes. It's like my
Oh yeah.
adornments.
Okay. So this is not like signature gear. It's just like gear that you have.
Yeah, but could I use it for the +1
Yeah.
creed to? Okay.
Yeah, to like look like some kind of Greek
Somebody
official or something.
important.
Sure. Yeah, that works.
And I'm going to use my 1 die that I got from saying my thing.
Okay. Well, you don't need to roll it yet. You just see what your result is.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got 1, 2. Oh no, I only got 2. I got 2 creeds, but I only got 1 that I can use. Right? I can't just use another. Oh wait. Oh, whenever you use a hidden weapon, you get another creed. I'm not using a weapon.
Yeah, and you're not using any traits or signature
Yes.
items?
Yes, I am using my trait. I'm using my stoicness, and also I'm a veteran, so I think I'm
Veteran definitely applies.
Okay.
All right, so one of those is a match.
Oh, okay.
One of the
So then
creeds is a match.
Then I do have 3 because I have the 2 creeds.
Oh, okay, great.
And my robe as
so
well. Okay.
You're able to sort of, with the knowing soldiers as you do, you're able to sort of bluff your way like past them and look in your robes. They let you in. What about the other 2 of you?
So I think we would have made it difficult. So I think we would have hung back and seen. We're still in the shadows. Yeah, we're still in the shadows.
Okay. All right. So you walk in and you see this general, like he's like sitting at his desk. Looks like
We're
he's
in the
signing.
van.
You just hear my wire rubbing on my robes.
Yeah. Kios is going to stay in the helicopter, just kind of hovering above.
So
This is all on you.
So yeah, the general is just like he's sitting at his desk, like signing orders. There's another like one of his like a praetor or something is like with him, like standing there, and he's like signing it. So he looks up at you, and he says like, "Hello, I wasn't expecting any local visitors."
I step in from the shadows and I nod and I go, "This war has made you gray, old friend. It's been a while since I've seen you."
Ah, old Foxidas. Well, I certainly didn't expect to run into you here, of all places. Come in.
He walks in. I didn't expect to be back in Greece so soon myself, but I have urgent information for you, General.
Do you?
And he looks at this like scribe or whoever else is in here, kind of looks at them, looks back at you, looks at them. Private information.
And he sort of hesitates, but he nods at the praetor, and he kind of takes his leave. He goes out, leaves.
And I sit down comfortably. I sit down at, whatever across the desk. I will be quite honest with you. I destroyed some of General Antonius's ships on my way in. The fires on the water were my doing.
Your doing?
Myself and 3 others, us alone, were able to take down too many men, and I apologize for that. But I needed to speak with you. And honestly, this just proves what I was coming here to say, but Antonius will lose. You will go down with that ship.
Nice.
Okay. Give me a wits roll.
I'm snagged in wits.
Yeah.
I'm nervous.
Dude, don't roll any of these.
I will try not to. Okay, so
We're outside. This is taking too long.
knives at the ready.
All right. I'm feeling impulsive.
I'm gonna kill. Can I use my traits? Can I use stoic or veteran in this situation?
I'll say you can use stoic.
Okay. All right, so here we go. So that gives me an extra die, or it gives me a creed to
That gives you a creed.
Creed, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I don't have any extra...
Just need one match.
I rolled bad. I got a match.
Okay.
I also got 2 abstergo.
It's fine.
Okay.
Only one counts though, right?
Wait, but then I get a setback.
Minus
one.
setback, yeah.
So that's a success with a minor setback.
Okay.
Yeah, you got the success. That's the main
I'm
thing.
worried.
All right. So
I'm sweating. You see this, the camera zooms in, you see 1 bead of sweat just showing.
He says, well, I suppose the writing is on the wall. Perhaps it is time for new accommodations.
Octavia's army is strong. I won't say more, but I thought I should let you know.
And he starts to rise, and the praetor comes back in with the 2 guards.
Fuck. He doesn't say
said,
that.
I'm sorry, sir, but knowing your reputation, I couldn't help but take an interest in what your conversation. And all of them pull their gladii.
Were
Do
they
we see
listening?
this?
Yeah.
That's what he
we
just
see
said.
this?
They were listening.
We see this, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna go while they are all in. We're gonna sneak in behind and assassinate.
Okay.
I pour some poison on Bayek's hand. This is how you do it.
Okay.
Put this right in the mouth.
Right now. You'll never hear them scream.
Okay. So, everybody, give me stealth checks.
Okay.
All right, this is assassination. I mean, this is right.
This is amazing. I can
Textbook
see this.
assassination. Oh, totally.
I could
this
see
is
it
so
like
cool.
so clearly. It's so awesome.
And Foxidas is just standing there, like calmly, serenely
Right.
knowing that you three
That's
are
it, right,
coming.
like literally. So yeah, I got one match and a creed. So I'm going to use my gear. I'm going to use my hidden blade, of course.
Of course.
Like,
Of
it just
course
makes
you would.
sense. Like, of course. So yeah, that is what I'm going to be using.
That's so badass. See, I love that. I love the way the mechanics sort of work to kind of like make that happen.
Definitely,
Like
it's so great.
that's really, really cool.
I'm just sort of as I as I see these two guards come in, you hear them as they're about to, you hear them sort of unsheath their blades. That same sound covers the sound of my hidden blade just shinking at the back of the skull of one of the guards.
Awesome. What about the red scarab?
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. It's like I can't talk. I can't talk to anybody. I barely speak restaurant Egyptian, but I am built to kill. So I got 4 successes with all of my trades.
Oh my god.
I got 4 matches basically with all of my. Because hide in plain sight, I can turn a social into a match. Assassination allows me to turn up to 2 wits into a match, and I got a creed using my Kopesh, and I just whisper, "I'll kill you."
Okay. If you have any spent dice, you get one back. What is your free raise?
My free raise, to be able, because there's 2 guards and another guy, right?
Yeah, the Praetor
Yeah.
and 2 guards.
So I think I'm able to kill this guy and immediately keep a blade to this other guy, but not kill him. Like,
Okay.
Kopesh around the neck.
Okay, so with one smooth motion, you cut down one of the guards and put your Kopesh to the throat of the Praetor. He's like, and he's like standing there with his gladius in his hand. It's just like he was not expecting this.
His 2 bodies fall behind him.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
And you see this, Sydney, and I can't talk.
I mean, is it my turn?
We're not in turns. What?
Oh, I don't know.
What
I
game
mean,
do you think we're playing?
Monopoly?
I want to be the shoe.
Old top hat over here. Let's go.
okay, so I then take out my dagger
Okay.
and I throw it.
At the
It's a-
Praetor?
It's a diffuse situation.
I don't.
If she wants to
All right.
kill him, she can
Well,
kill him.
I just want to make sure you understood that,
No,
like,
no, I
he
just-
had the knife to the guard's throat. That was his upgrade.
But does the Praetor realize?
Oh yeah, like he's
Oh,
got
okay,
a,
okay.
a
Then
poison Kopesh
then I
in his
just
throat.
then I also maybe I just like move my robe aside to show my knife as well, and I just say, "Why don't you lower your swords?"
Okay, so the Praetor like drops his sword. The other 2 have dropped them, being that they're dead. And you notice who has the best wits? Somebody has a 1 in wits?
I have a 1, but I'm snagged. But I have a
Okay.
1.
All right. So you notice, like, as this has happened, that Delius, like, gets really nervous. And you see him glance nervously at something, looks like under his bed. His, like, cot.
I move towards the bed. I just make a quick like sidestep to the bed to kind of block his way in case he was going to do anything stupid.
Okay. And he sees you moving towards it, and he lunges in the direction that he was looking at.
Oh, right. I
Shit.
forgot.
Can I make like a action to try to like get there quicker or?
Give me a reaction.
Okay. Yeah. let's
Give
do
me
this.
action. Give me an action or wits. Give me a wits reaction.
Can I? Okay. So can I do my action check because I can consider my wits part of it? With my strategic moves?
Yeah, a reaction is an approach. It's basically the same. It has all the same rules as like an action check. It's just like you're just not choosing when to do it.
Okay. So then I do make it. It was a 2 and I got a 2.
Okay, great. So what do you do?
I think with the strategic moves, this like thing he has, he sees that eye movement and he almost like slides to get under like the bed to be able to get at whatever it is. He assumes it's under the bed.
Okay, and yeah, you slide under the bed and you put your hand on something metal.
And I pull it out.
And you pull it out, and he's like, "No." Deli says like, "No, you can't."
Oh, I don't show it though. I just slide it behind, and I go, "You do not understand what you are a part of by having this."
It is mine. I have custody over it. I was going to bring it with me. You must let me have this.
I look towards Bayek and the group. I mean, we need to take this.
Yeah. So I kind of go to the scribe, and as I kind of go to the scribe, I kind of place my hand on his head, and my blade just sinks into his brain, and I kind of just let him drop, and I'm like, "You do as we say."
Wow.
Okay.
We killed him anyway, so it didn't matter. But
well, no, okay. So the praetor, like you intimidate him. Okay, I'm gonna say that's enough to like it's kind of count. It's just like, all right, please just let me live. That's all I ask.
You will live. You will defect. You will do as we say. Understood?
I will. And he starts he holds up his hands, just like, please don't kill me. And he starts gathering up papers. Looks like maps, letters, and everything. He takes them and he shoves it in a bag, and it's just like, I must go now before this is discovered. Thank you. And he ducks out the tent.
Come, we need to go.
I want to look at what it is, though. What is it?
All right, it's in it's in a case, actually. You open the case.
I just want to peek.
All right, you open the case, and you see an impossibly ancient-looking short sword.
Huh.
Any of you?
Oh, is this a
actually?
I think it is. I think it is.
Piece of John.
Piece of Eden.
You can almost feel like vibrations like coming off of this.
So cool.
Oh wow.
And actually, I think Bayek, you might be in a unique position to recognize this as the Sword of Damocles.
Oh, wait a minute. Why do I know that?
Assassin's Creed.
Okay.
From a popular video game.
Would I know the power and the potency of what it does, or
I'll say that you do.
Okay.
So basically, in legend, this is the sword that the king of Syracuse, this court flatterer came. He was very paranoid. He slept behind a moat and everything. And this court flatterer came and was like, "Oh, I wish I was you. You have such a great life." And he says "Oh, you think my life is so good? Be me for a day." And it's like, okay. So he gives him his throne, gives him all of his riches and meals and women and everything. But over his head, he hangs on a thread this sword. And it's and this is how I live. This is the myth of that sword. In the reality of this game, this sword can fire rays of energy. It has a shield that it can raise, like an energy shield.
What?
It gives you a bonus to your action checks.
Can also, if you're going down the Odyssey route, it can also summon a rain of swords just piercing in the area of where you want to be.
There you go. There you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a big upgrade over my hidden knife.
It's true. My dagger looks really stupid now. This is dope. Okay, I think I give it to Bayek. I think, maybe he says what this is about, and I say, it would be safest in your hands.
And I kind of take it, but I'm not going to use it, because I know these things, they get into your mind, you see. And they fuck you up that way. So I'm going to keep it, but I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it with us as we get out of here.
Okay. Yeah, so and as the dawn is like just approaching, like the sun is just coming up, and the three of you give me another stealth check to extricate yourselves.
Oh boy.
Okay, got through. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh no.
Oh wait, I can use. Oh, can I use any of my gear right now? I got 1, and I got a creed. But can I use anything to let me have that?
Yeah,
You can use
robe.
veteran.
Oh, you're veteran,
robe?
yeah.
Or my what?
Yeah, well, that's not a signature item, but you can use your veteran
Your trade,
just
yeah.
to like
Yeah.
knowing like how soldiers like kind of operate.
I was gonna say if I could. Do you think I could use my hindrance, my unapologeticness, by like? Oh no, I didn't kill my old friend. Whatever. I was gonna say if I could get another skill, but maybe another time.
Okay, and the Red Scarab.
Red Scarab's fine. He's already gone.
Of course.
Where did he go?
He's sitting at a bar drinking.
Where the hell is he?
Nah, I don't know.
Another successful mission for the Red Scarab.
Okay, so running real short on time here. I don't want to keep you here all day. So you all sink an additional level. You accomplish this.
God, I'm maxed out.
Yeah. So I think everyone's at 5 now, and except for
Troy's
the Red
at
Scarab,
6.
who's at 6. Okay.
Yep.
Great. So your last mission, Bayek, that you were tasked with, that you came up with, is to kill Cleopatra's bodyguard, Menkauhor. And you know that he is aboard her treasury ship.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. So where would that be stationed?
Cleopatra's ships are like in the harbor.
Right.
Yeah.
So
So they're behind Antony's ships, like sitting back, like in the harbor.
okay. I think maybe the best route about this is to potentially go in all dressed up as armored guards.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
I also was thinking, was there anything left in the general's tent office that I could take to maybe place at the killing of the guard to make it seem like he defected against like Antonius and, like try to create some like confusing sabotage stuff?
Yeah. I mean, he is defecting, so
Yeah, I guess maybe he's already defecting, but
yeah.
leave a seal, a stamp at the scene of the crime.
It just says, I defected.
Yeah.
I quit.
I quit.
You burned one ship. I quit. This army will fall.
Yeah, this is actually, you would have actually gotten an additional creed if you had brought up the fact that Cleopatra hates him.
Oh.
Yeah, you told us
That's really funny. Hey, and also, she hates you. She hates your stinking guts.
So yeah, okay, so this ship, like, and the sun is coming up, like you can see like Cleopatra's ships are of a different like type, like they're sitting out in the harbor.
All right, yeah, well, let's do it. Let's do guards.
I looked to you, Kios, and I'm like, you lead the charge. You're a better talker than all of us.
Red Scarab, could you perhaps find a suit for me?
Now, is this like going to be a thing, or are we just cutting to us already all having soldiers gear?
Yeah, you can say like you can go through the rest of whatever the general like didn't take with him. Like he had like basically any of that stuff that you think you would need. Like you can take any of that stuff, so you can be equipped.
Okay, great. Yeah.
Cool.
So he'll be. Now he looks like a big legionnaire, like a big, centurion, like you said.
Yeah.
Puts on the thing. He's like,
I never wanted to wear one of these. But if it's to kill a bodyguard, then sign me up.
Awesome.
That's awesome. We're all dressed as centurions.
yeah, we're all getting big plume, John. Come on.
Cool.
Okay, so you can get like a rowboat or something, like you can go across. If that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's easy enough. You can commandeer one. And it looks like this is mostly like a Cleopatra's kind of troops like over here. So they're actually easier to fool They're not as quick to recognize that someone is not who a Roman is like in disguise. So you basically can get your way past them. You row out, and you are able to get on board the treasury ship. Somebody give me a social or wits check to get to the below decks to where this bodyguard is.
Yeah, I'll do a social.
Okay.
I just think it's fun. I'm also snagged on it, but it's one of my best skills. And also, I'm gonna add So I synced 5, right, because of this, and so I added a skill, Poker Face.
Oh, okay.
Whenever you make a social check while you're in a deceptive situation, you have 1 free raise.
Oh,
so,
great.
So I'm not sure what that means exactly, the 1 free raise, but
I think that means that if you succeed, even if it's
something
just
even
with
better
1,
happens.
You get an extra bonus. Yeah.
Okay, but I'm trying to avoid a setback here. Here we go.
What's this guy's name?
What is his name?
His name is. Oh no, I don't. I
It's
just have
Menkahor.
Menkahor.
That's right.
Menkahor.
Yeah.
Menkahor. Okay, here we go. Need a soch. Need a soch. Need a soch. Got it. Free raise and a minor setback.
Okay.
You're snagged on Soch?
I am snagged on soch. Yeah, from the trying to tell the other ship that we were just, that you had a disease. Shockingly, that didn't work out. Snagged my social.
Okay, so they buy your story, but they buy it to such an extent that they give you an escort. So the ship's captain immediately assigns 2 Marines to accompany you down to Menkahor's quarters.
All right, great. And I just want to jump on this real quick. So clarify for me. Mm-hmm. The general we just got to defect was fighting for Cleopatra.
Yes, for
and
Antony.
She hates him. That's
Antony
why he defected.
Right. Well, he's fighting for Antony, who is allied with Cleopatra.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So he's just literally, going to say that guy defected. And we have urgent news that this is happening, and we have to talk to Cleopatra's bodyguard. Anybody could be in danger or whatever. And I think that in so doing, he didn't realize how much that would raise the stakes of alarm for everybody. And so they send guards along with us.
That's great. Yeah, that's everyone's freaking out now, especially because this is the treasury ship. This is the reason. This is the entire reason that Mark Antony was able to wage this war was with Cleopatra's money, and it's all here.
Yeah.
So they send this escort with you, and you go down below decks, and you open they knock on the door, open the hatch, and you see this gigantic bodyguard. It's native Egyptian, and he stands up and he's 7 feet tall, and he's just says, I hear you have news for me. What is it? I could see it says you would not be here without these Marines if there wasn't something important. Spill it!
The general has defected. His bodyguards were found dead. His praetor dead as well. He left a stamp at the scene, notifying everyone of his defection. Cleopatra could be in danger.
Okay.
And I'm just really, and as I'm saying this, I'm just walking closer to him.
Okay.
With all of this information, sort of with the goal to just get him off guard for a second, just flat-footed enough while he's listening to me, and then I'm just going to try to assassinate him.
Okay. All right. So give me a wits check with a raise, because this guy is really on the ball.
Okay. Yes, and. Okay, I'll just do it. It's going to be nearly impossible.
Just a question as well. Menkahor, do we know much about this guy? Apart from the fact that he's just the bodyguard of Cleo, is there anything else?
You just know that he has this reputation of being incredibly clever and deadly.
Okay.
And yeah, he has like a crazy body count if the stories are to be believed.
So is he like, part of the essentially, the like is he any inkling connected to, basically the Templars?
Yes, actually there is a rumor that he is associated with the Order of the Ancients.
Yes.
As well.
Okay. That changes everything.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Continue.
All right, so I am doing this presuming that any of the other guards that are in here or whatever, that like my allies can handle it, and I could just take this guy out in one stab, right? Because he's big, but I'm big too, and it's just sort of a gamble.
Okay.
This is a wits roll, I know, and I know why it's a wits roll. But can I get a bonus from my hidden knife? Like, because it is an attack at the same time. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can get a
And then I'm also going to do my pugilist because he's just a very skilled fighter,
close-up fighter.
close-up fighter, and yeah. So I'll roll that and let's see what we get.
Okay, so you get 2 possible creeds.
2 possible creeds, and I have the skill Grit. Whenever
Okay.
you make a wits check, consider up to 1 action as an additional match.
Okay.
So here we go. But I need. Did you say it was with a raise?
Yeah.
I need 4 wits to succeed.
Okay. 4 matches.
4 matches to succeed. Here we go.
Are you snagged on this? Are you snagged on this?
I am not. I am not snagged
Okay.
on it. No.
Great.
Oh my god. Okay. Oh no. I got 3 successes, but I got 3 asparago. So,
okay. So
but that doesn't
okay.
matter. I didn't
That
have a
doesn't
snag
matter.
yet.
Yeah.
It just looked really bad at first, but I actually got 1 wits, 1 action, and 1 creed. So
Creed,
that's 3
okay.
successes. Now,
How many die do you have?
I've got 5 die. So
Okay.
I'll just roll 3 die right now.
Okay.
3 extra die to see if I can get a single wit. If I get it, I get it.
Yeah.
Just need a single wit. I didn't get it.
No!
God damn it.
No!
Okay. So you are snagged in wits. Now,
Snagged in wits.
this is like, so this is not going well. He's just like, he kind of like puts his hand up towards you, and he's just like, and he looks over behind you, and it's just like, why did you bring the Magi?
And you just see like my eyes just glare, and I'm like, there is a reason they call you the elephant, huh? And suddenly you see me just pull out the sword of Damocles and I point it at him. And I'm like, come,
He's using it.
show me what you can do. And I just fucking rage at him. I'm gonna use my hindrance of vengeance. Just like literally.
Wow. Okay.
Amazing.
Okay, that's great. So while wielding the sword, you have 2 free raises on every action check made to fight your enemies. Additionally, you gain the ability to hurl beams of energy and protect yourself with an energy field.
What the fuck?
So,
Ancient artifact of some power.
so are you gonna blast him? Or are you gonna run up and stab him?
I'm
Like,
gonna run up to him and the idea is to just stab him. I'm gonna blast him when this thing is inside him. So that's the idea.
Okay.
Oh my
okay.
gosh.
All right. So yeah, I would say like action with a raise, but you get free raises with this anyway. So give me
Okay.
an action check.
So I got 2 matches and 1 creed. So
Okay.
but then I'm gonna. So I got so 2 actions. So 2 matches, 1 creed. So
Okay.
that's 3 essentially. What?
Okay.
Oh, was that enough?
Yeah, actually, that's 3 raises because you get 2 free. You get a.
Oh my gosh.
All right, I was going to say this guy was going to need 3 separate checks to defeat him, but with
That's
that,
cool. We can do that.
yeah.
We can do
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
bro. We can
keep it
still do
going.
that. Come on, keep it going, man. This is the drama.
So boom, you like stab him like right in the stomach, and this thing like explodes with this energy like inside. It's like, ah! And he's screaming, and he like he pulls out this famous like poison Kopesh that he has. Give me a reaction.
Okay, my reaction's gonna be reaction roll. It's gonna be action, right? 2.
Okay.
So, yeah,
All right. So you're able to you like duck under it.
amazing.
What do the rest of you do? And there's still these 2 like Marines in here as well.
Oh fuck yeah! Oh god.
Yeah, I think as soon as Bayek pulls out the sword, I think Foxidos is like in his head, his wits. He's like, oh no, that is very, very dangerous. But he needs to just solve the problem at hand, so he's going to whip out his dagger, and he's just going to try to dig it into the eye of the nearest guard. As they're like, huh? Okay. He's going to just try to stab.
Okay, give me an action.
Here we go. Boom, got it.
Awesome.
2.
All right, so boom, you just sink your dagger like right into this guy's face as he's drawing his sword.
Blood
and you
spurts
drop
onto
him.
my plume.
All right, there's one more guard. There's still the elephant in the room.
I'll take out the other guard, and I'm gonna like free run up the wall.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Free run up the
wall. I'll kill you! And use the momentum of that running to come down with the Kopesh.
Okay.
And strike this guy.
Awesome.
Okay, let's see. That is going to be... I guess that's going to be action, so it's going to be a little bit harder for me to do, but let's try it because I get all sorts of bonuses.
Okay.
Oh, okay, so I got... free running whenever. Oh, this is amazing. So I got. Let me see here. I'm not really making a stealth check. I'm doing assassination. I didn't roll any wits. So this is interesting. I'm gonna roll 2 extra dice here.
Okay.
Okay. Great. Now I've got it, and I got 2 stealth, so I did it, and I disappeared from sight.
Okay. Amazing. So you guys just see the other Marine just like collapse, and
I'm gone again.
And his Betty vanishes again. Okay. So. All right, everyone.
Kyosugo here.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yes.
Yeah, so Kyosugo. Obviously, this is a horrifying scene, but he has created. But Bayek has created an opening for him now, and now he can truly lunge at the guy since he's off kilter. And looking around at this treasury ship filled with money, which has become Kios's life, he says, "Nothing is free except the gift of death."
Awesome.
And we'll stab him, and that's going to be an action roll.
Okay.
Actione roll.
And this is again 4. We need how many do we need to beat this guy? 4 raises, right?
So do I just need a successful action roll?
Yeah, you just need a successful action roll.
Okay. Action is 1 for me.
Okay.
And I got 3. I'm sorry, 4. Because I got 2. I got 2 action. I got a creed for my hidden knife, and I got a creed for my brotherhood training. Whenever you use a hidden weapon, you consider 1 creed result as an additional match. This is in addition to any match granted by the activation of signature gear.
Nice.
Of a signature gear hidden weapon. So it adds additionally. Basically, I'm saying, this guy got trained to be more of a stealth fighter than he used to be as a pugilist, and so this way he can use these extras. And I rolled 3 extra creeds, so anyway, it's a total of 1 success, 3 raises.
Okay, so describe your kill.
Yep, he whispers this into this guy's eyes, and he knows. He's like grabbing at his gut, and his insides are glowing from the sword of Damocles, and he just slides the dagger up under his rib cage where his heart is, and you just see as he pulls the blade back out, this piercing light from the sword of Damocles comes out from his insides, and it's just like whoom, and then it just starts pouring out with this dark black blood.
Awesome. So as this elephantine guard slides to the floor, cursing Bayek's name, says, "No, Bayamechai," dies on the ground. Your vision starts to turn matrixy, and you all come to in the animus devices.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, but you come to the sound of gunfire.
Oh,
what?
And you can see Ziggy is over desperately clacking away at the terminal, and he's just like, "Abstergo's staged a raid. You've got to buy me at least 5 minutes, otherwise we'll lose months of work."
Oh my God.
So now you are your descendants. We'll do this quickly.
Oh my gosh.
So Abstergo is attacking the Stardust Theater.
Oh my God.
What do you do?
Oh my God.
Shit.
Lydia Wallace throws up because that was a really difficult trip. And she vomits.
Okay, good.
Okay, do we know where they're coming from? Do we like...
It sounds like there's like one entrance, like you're in this like old theater, and it sounds like they're trying to come in through the lobby.
Oh, this is where you look at your gear and you're like, fuck, why did I choose the keys to an unregistered house?
If someone shoots me in the chest, if someone shoots me in the chest, my little Ted Williams card could block the bullet. That's about
Very
it.
true.
Okay,
I mean,
Skid.
yeah, I'm useless in combat, right? Or do they have like preternatural skills that like shine through when they need them?
Well, you guys have actually you ordinarily you would get a bleed level after this mission. Because you would have like completed like a module or whatever.
Yeah.
And that would like you would level up, so you'd get like one bleed level. But since I actually gave you a bonus objective anyway, I'm gonna give you 2 bleed levels. So you get you unlock 1 skill and 2 dice.
Okay, amazing.
Okay.
Okay.
Not how it's ordinarily played, but like we're just
Yeah.
Okay.
Got
Cool.
it. I see.
yeah.
All right. Cool.
Cool. So now we're at... Wait, so we get, 2 bleed levels?
Yes, you're at 2. Your ancestors were at 5 or 6, or actually they were all at 6 when you logged out. But now your descendants are at level 2.
Okay,
Okay.
cool. That's cool.
Okay.
So then I think what I'm going to do is so where are we again? We're in a theater, aren't we?
Yeah, you're in an old abandoned theater.
So I'm going to try and get up top to see if I can see if they're coming from the top, right? They're coming from the roof, did you say? Where are
They're
they coming
coming. Well, it sounds like they might be coming from up top. Right now, you hear like gunfire out in the lobby, but they might be coming from up top too.
So I'm going to position myself kind of by the door. So if they do come through, I'm going to try and get a gun from them, essentially.
Okay, great.
Skid, this is a little out of the box thinking, but in my signature gear, I have my medical kit containing amphetamines and ketamine. Could
Great.
I quickly
Have
snort?
a quick party. Yeah,
Could I
sure.
quickly snort the amphetamines to like gain a plus on my action or something?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. We'll snort a bunch of meth.
Don't
to give
do
you-
drugs, children. Please.
Amazing.
Please
She
don't do drugs.
snorts.
This
She
is not how
snorts.
drugs works, guys.
It's not.
Crushes 5 Ritalin and snorts them. And
Okay.
she's like, I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
So we'll say that you can get like a free like Creed result as
Dope.
a match with
Amazing.
that. Now that you're
Cool.
jacked up.
And she'll run towards the door, like at the entrance door that they might come through and kind of stand by the other side of it, like on the opposite
Okay.
side to be ready
Great.
if they burst through.
Okay, so you're on one side, and what's your character's name? Solomon?
Soul.
Saul. Okay,
Saul.
so you're on one side, she's on the other. What about the other 2 people?
I'll say Tommy came packing, that he had a pistol on him. Keeps a pistol in his bag. So he'll go run over, grab his bag, and pull out a Glock.
Okay.
And
That's
I
great.
guess he'll go to the door as well.
Okay. And what about? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Rebus McIntyre is
Rebus
going
McIntyre.
to look for a back door to run away or a fire escape.
Okay. Okay.
This is not what I signed up for!
Okay. So a bunch of like these black-clad Abstergo agents burst in. Everybody, give me a reaction.
Shit.
Okay.
Can I fire at them as my reaction?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, like bang, bang, bang. A couple shots using an action roll.
Okay.
I'm going to jump out the window onto the fire escape.
Okay.
Okay, so I got 1 match and 1 creed.
Okay.
But I've taken the skill Natural Born Fighter. So whenever you do make an action, no, it's a reaction. So don't worry.
Okay. I think it's still like it's if it is an action reaction, like it's all. I think all those rules like still count. So
Okay, so then I get 1 free raise then.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got 1 creed and 1 action, so I'm using that creed that I got for my action snorting Adderall.
Okay.
So I passed. I passed that.
Awesome. Okay, and Tommy. Okay, so you got. So Tommy,
so
did you?
so I succeeded at shooting at them. I needed to. I got 2.
Okay. All right. So Tommy, boom! You like shoot one, take him out. The rest are like spraying bullets like all over the place, but you're able to like dodge them. So there are. You can see like there's a can of like gasoline like sitting off to the side of the door. And you have these like the 4 more Abstergo agents like converging on you.
Oh, fuck, 4. Okay.
And Rebus, you just leave?
I've tried to leave, and I guess I can't find an unlocked window because I can't find an open window, and I failed.
Oh, you failed. Okay, so you're snagged.
Snagged on action, yeah.
Action. Okay. Okay. So everybody, give me another reaction.
So I think I'm gonna take my Swiss Army knife, and I'm gonna try and stab someone in the neck to try and get a gun.
Great. Go for it.
So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Again, I'm not really the action type of guy, but here we go. So you just see Soul just like fuck, and he kind of like fumbles the knife up, and he's like, "How would Bayek do it?" And he kind of
yeah, well, that's the thing. Like some of Bayek is like bled into him.
Yeah.
So
so we're gonna see what happens.
Yeah.
I got 4 matches.
Out of town! Get out of here! This is ridiculous.
How do you do that?
He amazes even himself sometimes.
Okay, so we'll say that you like stab one of these guys in the heart, and you grab his gun with your other hand, and you shoot another one.
Oh my
brilliant.
gosh!
Man, I'm just
Amazing.
Just like, what the fuck?
This is so great. I love this. Okay, so there are I think so. There are 2 left.
2 left.
What are the rest of you?
I'll say that Tommy, like, he's spazzing basically, and he like unloaded a clip just with misses and enough hits though to take one out in the first run before he even thinks about reloading. It's just like click, click, and he's just going to like try to channel his ancestor Kios, who's just like a big fighter, and he's just gonna like come up to this dude. He's got his fucking Tottenham beanie on, and he just like comes up to this dude, just tries to pistol whip him across the back of the head.
Okay.
So we'll try. Here we go.
Okay.
And I got it with exactly 2 again.
Okay, describe your kill.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, he just means to like knock the guy out, but I guess just the base handle of that weapon gets right in the skull, right behind the ear, and he hears a sickening crunch, and the guy just goes down like a bag of potatoes to the ground, and he's just like, did I just kill him?
Tommy the cook is tempted to peel him. Okay, what about Lydia?
Yeah, Lydia, you see Lydia whip out her illegal butterfly knife, and she does that cool thing where she like flips it through her hand and gets it, and she has her pepper spray in her other hand, and she says, "My parents didn't pay all that money for those women's self-defense classes for nothing," and she sprays the guy in the eye with the pepper spray, and then tries to stab him in the neck with the butterfly knife.
Awesome. Give me an action check.
Let's go. She got 2 plus her creed for her signature gear for her hidden weapon, which was her butterfly knife.
Awesome. So that's a raise?
That's a raise.
That's just okay.
I guess it is a raise, but
okay. So it's like it's like screaming, and then you stab him in
him in the neck.
To death.
In the neck. It's like
I stab him to death.
Okay. The gunfire sounds of gunfire cease. It's just like bleeding. You guys are standing there, like.
I turned to is it Willius? Is that your name? Wilbus? What?
Rebus.
Yeah, I turned to Rebus. I'm like,
Yeah.
the fuck did you do?
Right, yeah. Tommy raises an empty Glock and points it at you sideways, just goes, "You trying to leave, mate?"
She tried to climb out the window.
He peels off his face and he's one of the Aspergo agents. No,
He's Cleopatra.
yeah, he's Cleopatra. It's like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. I don't have the skills of that mime or the weird guy. I'm not a trained killer. I just want to get the hell out of here.
How did the what is it? How did the red scarab turn into that? Just like pointing at Rebus.
Some genes are recessive. Skipped a generation. Maybe my son will be a serial killer.
Aside from Rebus, we were bloody brilliant. Did you see us?
I didn't know. I never knew.
Amazing.
I never knew.
I didn't know it was so
up in the corner.
easy to kill someone. It's easy. It was easy. Like really easy.
Yep, still
right.
throwing up.
Yeah.
Still throwing
good. I'm
Maybe
really
you just
good.
maybe just put the knife down for a moment. Maybe.
Right, of course. I would just put the knife down. She's so high. She's so high on alcohol.
Yeah, she's super jacked up. So Ziggy here, like he finishes up his work, like he's been like frantically working, and he turns around, and he's just like, they're all dead, and you're just like standing there covered in blood. And he's just like, oh, it's like that was a lot more effective than I thought it would be. You all are, those of you who are Americans, I can understand now why I'm afraid of Americans. He says like, I think you'll do. Now let's get out of here before more Abstergo agents show up.
This guy's amazing.
You did it!
So great.
That was so fun. I think this game is a blast.
That was amazing.
We saved
You guys
the world.
are great. You saved the world. You got some clues as to the possible location of an actual piece of Eden, the Sword of Damocles. You guys are great. Thank you guys so much for this. Thank you to CMON Games. Thank you to Guillotine Press. Thank you to Ubisoft. Joe, anything with the giveaway did you want to say?
No, just congratulations to the winner. The winner's been announced in chat. So if you haven't checked it, go check chat. You may have won if you entered. But thank you so much to Simon for supporting that giveaway. I loved this session.
This was great.
So
This was so great.
much
Yeah,
fun.
that was great.
Too
And
good.
to be able to do it with Abba was amazing. So thank
Yeah.
you so
For
much.
sure.
We really appreciate
Thank you,
it.
Abba.
Man, that
You
was
made
so
it.
awesome.
You
That was so
absolutely
awesome,
made
man.
it.
that was
Wow.
Until the next Friends of the Pod. Well, we'll have another one coming soon with Gloomhaven, so keep an eye out for that. Excited for that too. So,
Thanks.
Thank you.
Buy the game.
Yes, buy the game. Good night, everybody. Bye.
Bye.